Of course, sorry to bother you. Not at all. Apologies, are going to be more help. No one wants to read this Latin book to me. I guess it's time to poke around the Abbey. Here to admire well-chiseled craftsman at his best. Oh, where? I can't see one. Jesus. Ouch, I suppose I stepped into that one. You come to see the repairs I've been doing then? To tell the truth, it's not going as well as I'd hoped. Seems to be the issue. I assumed I'd hit a snag either when it came to the stone or the tools or my lack of artistic skill. But it's more than that. It's like in my head. I can't see the right way. Besides, my dad wants me to help out on the farm more. I want to be there, but Grandpa taught me everything about the craft. He really wanted me to succeed, and I do enjoy the work. It's as if I can talk to the stone, you know? Not literally, but I can see how lines of tension flow through the rock. I understand how to form one thing from the other, how to create, make something that lasts. Grandma even offered to sponsor my apprenticeship under a master stonemason. That'll support me either way, but I feel like I'm pulled both directions at once, you know? Agnes is offering craft a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? The right master, he could really make something of himself, but is that really what he needs, or will people compare him to his father? Take it! Get that bag, craft with 2 Fs. He should go. His family would be alright without him, right? If you can support your family and it makes you happy, it's the right choice. When you say it, it sounds the most reasonable way, doesn't it? Still can't get away from my doubts, or the doubts. No one can fully escape their doubts, but don't let that stop you. God, I wish I had your confidence and fortitude. Did you learn all that from Klaus? Christ, this is hard. I don't know what to do. You should take it. It's better than saying in tassing, right? Nope, no good. I don't know. I like it here, and I have enough experience to keep, from Grandpa to keep going. Besides, if I'm gone, there'll be no one to look after the town's stone. The church's foundation has been not good for at least the last 18 years. 30 years, even. The church's foundation's in serious condition, and who's to say there won't be another flood come spring? No, I think I should stay. I have to tell Grandma I've made up my mind soon. Well, thanks for listening to me. The friends are for, right? Well, work beckons. Father Thomas asked me to reinforce the walls for the church. To be honest, I'd like to reuse stones from the ruins of the Abbey, but Father Thomas forbids it. Says it's unseemly. Just quality stone going to waste. I don't get it. It's being meek. Always is. I don't understand Father Thomas sometimes. Alright, stay well. Until later, Magdalene. Yeah, it's not like I had opportunities to build that bar up. I can ask Father Thomas about this book. I think I will. Might as well. God bless you, Magdalene. And God bless you, Father Thomas. Do you have a moment? Of course. What can I help you with? I wanted to ask you about Tassing Saints. I'd like to represent them in the Wrath House. I'm thrilled to hear it. The Saints will make a wonderful centerpiece for the murals. Misunderstand, Father. I may incorporate them if there are other possible— No, not as a centerpiece, simply as part of Tassing's history. Of course. I consider our saints to be essential to Tassing history. Gracehouse, too. But you know, there's one saint you're overlooking. Contemplate this. Why, the Blessed Virgin, of course. Mary! Many people forget that Mary is the greatest saint. And she visited one of the peasants here in Tassing centuries ago. Oh, is that what the— The Virgin Mary appeared in Tassing? Why? She appeared to give a message. Centuries ago, a farmer in the fields behind us had 3 visions of Mary. In the first, she told him that she wanted him to tell the Bishop of Freising that she had appeared. The peasant traveled down to Freising, but the bishop would not see or hear him. Keep listening. The peasant returned to Tassing and had another vision in the field. The Virgin showed him a pattern, a labyrinth. She told him to draw it on a sheet of birch bark and bring the drawing to the Bishop of Freising. The bishop attempted to turn the peasant away, but he could see the drawing of the labyrinth in his hands. It was the same image that the bishop had seen in a dream 3 nights earlier. He met with the peasant, who told him of the 2 apparitions he'd seen here in Tassing. The bishop was moved by the peasant's story and came here to Tassing. Listening. And when the bishop came, Mary appeared to both of them. She told the farmer that the town needed to build this church, and she told the bishop to support the town. And so the bishop helped fund the creation of this church. People of Tassing have been using it ever since. You're not from Tassing. How did you hear this story? True, I'm not. The people told me when I came. And the former priest told them when they were children, and so on. The priests in the flock have shared the responsibility of passing on the story over the centuries. Thank you for the story, Father Thomas. If I convince you to include the saints prominently in the mural, I'm still considering it. Well, if deliberation fails you, perhaps you'll find prayer gives you greater clarity. God bless you in your work, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. Can I ask him about the book? Oh, there we go. Good. Well, I found this book, but I can't read the Latin very well. Could you help me translate it? A whole book? Oh dear, I can't afford that much time away from my duties right now. The Christmas sermon is coming up, and I've already fallen behind on Advent preparations. Could the matter wait, perhaps? I'd be happy to look over it after the festivities. Of course, Father. Thank you, Magdalene. Everybody's too fucking interested in Christmas. Mary, Mother of Jesus. Her painting's been here as long as I can remember. Is that, like, true of Catholicism, that Mary is considered, like, the greatest saint with a capital G? Does, I didn't check. Does Till's grandson know any Latin? I'll ask him. Apparently not. Well. Zachary and hello. Yeah, I mean they're the mother of the physical manifestation of God. I get it. I just want to say, it kind of seems like Catholics take it more seriously in general. Leave in a basket? Interesting. Oh, Magdalene, how's the mural coming? I hear you browbeat the council to let you do it yourself. I don't care about the council, I only finished mural for my dad. You're a dutiful girl, Magdalene. No one can fault you for that. But you painting the Wrath House? I can't imagine that would have happened when I was a girl. Only those old Benedictine sisters ever did much art. Do you think they were happy without anyone around to need things from them? What a life. Except for the prayers, of course. Listening to Father Thomas on Sundays is enough for me. Anyway, it's good to see you standing up to the council. That Zimmerman boy seems to have a good head on his shoulders, though. Once you're settled down with him, you'll have a good life ahead of you. I think I'd rather marry for love, Hetty. Love comes in time, Magdalene. You'll see. Besides, that Otz is a good boy. You could do worse. That's true. Maybe. You're always going to forge another path, just like your mother. I have no use for the world beyond tassing, but I wish you luck in it. Thanks, Hetty. I'll see you later. Until then. Hey, Magdalene. How's your dad? Any sign of him getting better? Winter says he's not improving as he should. With the winter drawing closer, we're worried. God be merciful. Dr. Souls knows his craft. He'll figure something out. Hans sends his regards. The Bauer household is praying for a swift recovery. Thank you, and thank Hans and Judah as well. I will. Klaus has always been such a bedrock of tassing. I'd hate for him to die. It'd be, It's fine. I fear it as well. It's best not to ignore one's fears. You miss your father? Your real one, I mean. Do I miss him? Kind of. I don't remember Joseph all that much. He's become a haze of sorts. A faint echo, a feeling, an occasional emotion. I was so young when he got killed. Mom said I had trouble understanding what had happened for a long time. I understand. My mom, she's like an empty hole in my life. Nothing of her. You never even got to see her, right? Not even a memory, huh? Suppose you have yourself for comparison. God molded you after her. I can't imagine how she could have been, like, stubborn and unruly, yeah? Can I know if I'm actually like my mom? All I have are stories from people. Well, you read books, don't you? Stories are about things that are true. Books and stories are about a lot of things. Well, I can't read anyway. Would you want to learn? Don't have the time. Work on the farm never ends, especially with the taxes eating at us. Anyway, the winter draws closer and I got a lot of preparations to take care of. I truly hope Klaus recovers soon. God look after you both. Until later. Hello, Magdalene. Hans. Oh, I hope your dad recovers quickly. He's a good man. I hope so too. This town's seen too many terrible things, but we recovered before. Pray that you're right. Okay. Be glad you have this time with him, I say. I wish I had as much with Halwig. Anyway, I should get back to it. Until later. Yeah, no, personally, I love living in the era of modern medicine. It's cool. Big into it. Magdalene, how are the hinges on your doors? Excuse me? The door hinges at home, are they in good working order? Our door's still open, so I expect they are. Maybe Andrew should take a look at them. I would have asked your father, but, well... Anyway, you wouldn't believe how many people in this town leave their hinges to rust. Really, Jorg? If you want an excuse to sleep in people's homes, just invite yourself over for supper. That's not... The council's looking after the town! Paul would like to institute a yearly check for all homes in Tassing. What do you think of that idea? Well, it's not a bad thing, but I don't see why we need to make it official. Everyone in Tassing helps each other, as I see it. If someone notices a house in disrepair, we all pitch in to fix it. To do anything else would be unchristian. But if Paula wants to see it through, I'm happy to go along with it. Makes you feel useful, you know? Speaking of, I'd better get back to work. Nice to chat with you, Magda. See you later, Jorg. I guess it's time to go to the convent. Well, no, I haven't talked to Artemis since I ratted Apollo out. Go away, Magdalene. Okay, she knows. I guess it has been a week or two. Still, Well, I mean, that's why Islam happened and why the Reformation occurred, right? Makes sense. It's just sometimes it's difficult to mess with a 1,000+ year-old institution and its power in full. Which I think is probably part of the theme here. Let's go. Mother Francesca, I'd like to introduce Magdalene Drucker, the printer's daughter, yes. God bless you, Magdalene. Father Thomas told us of your father's condition, and we pray for his recovery daily. Thank you, Abbess. Such is our duty to serve the Lord in the community that provides for us. Now, what's this about? Sister Gertrude, you know our holy rules. Why bring young Mistress Drucker to me? Forgive me, Mother. Magdalene is searching for a place in the world and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid her in her spiritual search. She's encouraged by the idea. Right, yes, definitely. So you decided to consider my offer after all. If God is calling you to the convent, I'm more than willing to help you fulfill that divine cause. What brought this change on? Why are you interested in joining the Poor Clares? I'm worried that helping my father running the shop alone and finishing the mural are too much for me. Good night, Mr. Neutral. Thank you for coming by. Magdalene, you should not abdicate your worldly duties for fear of the unknown. However, I agree that working a printing shop and painting are not suitable duties for a woman. Thank God you have turned to us for help. It's no wonder you felt overburdened by all this. Please, come. I'm happy to tell you more of our order. Our small convent used to be part of the larger Kirsau double monastery, as I'm sure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. However, the Poor Clares live differently than the Benedictines that once lived here. We believe that it's not ours to produce and live solely on the alms of the community of Tassing as they see fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters here own any personal property. We share the convent as a gift from the church. We believe that the Lord has called us into a life of poverty and service. Does such a life appeal to you, Magdalene? I'm not entirely certain yet. I'd like to explore and look around, get a feel for the place. Magdalene, you must not have understood me. We've deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a laywoman bothering the sisters from their duties and disturbing our rule, capital R. However, I'll allow Sister Suzanne to show you our duty. Please, take your time. When you're finished, please come find me and we'll discuss your decision to join. Finally, I thought she'd never finish. Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. I'm looking for references for a mural I'm painting in the Rathaus. I'm gonna take a look around. Where are we going first? The convent has many parts. The kitchen, the aquarium, the chapter house, the yard, and the old workshop. But no one uses that old shed anymore. I'll leave it to you to decide where we go first. Oh, there's Sister Marguerite. Yeah, let's look at the kitchen. This is a kitchen. There's not anything interesting here. Sister Marie and Sister Isbo take care of most of the kitchen duties, but everyone pitches in when needed. Isabeau. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, sister. How goes the cooking? As well as the Lord wills it. Joru, hello! Thank you for 8 months. Hell yeah, how you doing? If you're welcome. This game is spectacular. How you doing, Joru? It's good to see you. My old fingers fumble from time to time, but it's my privilege to prepare supper for the other sisters. That's very... Shouldn't someone be helping you? No, no. The Almighty has given me a gift. It's incredible. The writing is so good, and it just builds on itself, like, narratively and thematically, and all the characterization is super strong, and it's so good. It's so good. It's actually so good. Just as God gave Paul a thorn in his side, so too did he give me the pains of age to strengthen my faith. Such things are a blessing when compared to the pains Christ carried upon the cross. Didn't Christ die so we don't have to suffer unnecessarily? I mean, that's a good question. In the next life, yes, but even Christ said that we would face hardships while you live on this earth. I've chosen to find meaning and devotion to the Lord through my hardship. Thank you for sharing your perspective with me. You're most welcome, child. God bless you. It's not a serf, though. Andreas isn't a serf. He's a craftsman. He's like that early bourgeois class. And, like, it was even more apparent after the time skip when he became a master, right? Bless you, child. Are you delivering something? I'm learning about the convent's history so I can finish a mural in town. I see. This kitchen has been used for decades, longer than I've been alive, to be sure. I enjoy preparing meals for the sisters that nourish us, but I can never bring myself to butcher the animals. Sister Isabel has graciously taken on that task for me. We need sustenance, but I feel like butchering any animals is wrong according to the rule of St. Francis. Oh, interesting. Mystic, friar, and founder of the Franciscan order, born in Assisi to wealthy parents, St. Francis was called to a life of poverty and preaching. With his follower, St. Clare, he helped found the order of the Poor Clares. To cause suffering to any living creature is unnecessary and evil, even if God has granted Adam and Eve over the animals. The kitchen seems fairly simple. Is there anything here from the convent's founding days? No more than the structure itself, I'm afraid. Cookware needs replacing over the years. Though some nights, a ghost appears to me by the cook fire, a lost spirit trapped between heaven and hell. Sister Marie, not this again, not to Magdalene, please. Because that grate goes into the aqueduct. Okay, I see. What makes you think you saw a spirit, sister? Oh, could it have been yeah, with that. Could it have been a ghost of one of the founders? If it was, she's never said a word to me, though I fell prostrate in prayer before her. The spirit, whoever it is, rose up through the ground at vigils. Dawn and dusk are the hours when the boundaries between this world and the spiritual world are weakest. We may be the newest arrivals here, but this convent is very old. Perhaps there was something Roman under this foundation centuries before. The spirit may seek to know the presence of God now that it rests on holy ground. Spirit in Kirsau. Why would it come to the convent, though? It breaks my heart to think the spirit was crying out for help, trapped beyond heaven's reach. Why don't we get going, Magdalene? It's better not to get her too upset. Of course. God bless you, sister. It's this. Yeah, the kitchen's great except the ghost, you know. This is the chapel where we all gather for mass and liturgy. It's the oldest part of the convent. And the most drafty. Hello again, Sister Gertrude. The sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but it's represented the abbey from its earliest days. There's the tower and the library. The cloister is still being constructed here. Interesting. The tower was a Bergfried, a freestanding defensive tower not built for permanent habitation. Interesting. Long before the structure became a monastery. The duchy gifted it to the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew. They had no use for it as a keep. These walls have protected Tassing from attacks of spirit and steel for generations. There's some Latin here too, but I can't read it very well. God called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. Lord Kirsau's castle was destroyed by fire In the year of the death of the Emperor Frederick II, only the tower remained. Thank you, Sister Suzanne. Yes, the first lists the Abbey's founding date. The Lady Kirsau was actually the one that suggested the old castle be turned into a double monastery. We added the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting, even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred would remain. Kirsau is unique, a double monastery with 2 saints, 1 male and 1 female, to guard the town and abbey. I am picking up what they're putting down. I'm picking up what they're putting down, you know? Fascinating to think that even before the Duke gifted to the church, the fortification was founded by St. Moritz. The saints have a long histories in these lands. Many things once thought lost are truly foundational to how we live. You're right, sister. Its mural will be a great reference for the Rathaus. I'm glad to have helped. God bless you, Magdalene. Extremely interesting. I see. That's the other side of the thing. Here's the aquarium. Most of the Abbey's visitors come in here, but they aren't allowed to enter. We aren't allowed to go into the outside world either. Like Mother Francisca said, isolation is part of our vows. What the fuck happened to Amelie? In the church? Sister Gertrude once told me the old Benedictine sisters used to go out into town sometimes, even talk to men on occasion. And I'm stuck here staring at these walls for the rest of my life. Doesn't seem like Sister Suzanne thinks much of her life here. I can't blame her. Even so, she doesn't seem to have the passion that Sister Gertrude and the others have. She hates her life here so much, maybe we should encourage her to leave the order. Yeah, okay. Better to leave while she has a future ahead of her. After all, there are plenty of young men in Bavaria who'd make good husbands. Still, there may be some reason she chose to stay. I don't want to overstep my bounds. Are you unhappy here? I don't know. My father promised me to the church as a baby. Some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. Oh. So there I was, dropped in the poor Clares of the summer I turned 17. And they took you in just like that? Nobody asked what you wanted? Why would they? The poor Clares rely on offerings of others, even their children, says. My family is devoted to the church. I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers of the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord, but this isn't what I wanted. But since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even manage it. I pray that one day it'll be different. Maybe, but we certainly won't ever live to see it. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Marguerite. At least they got to see something of the outside world before they were 20. Hey, you're protected here from the plague and the Protestant rebels. It's a good life. Why don't you leave? I think you're lucky. Don't forget Matilda and Waslav. They used to be part of Kirsau too. Oh yeah, them too. Thanks for listening, Magdalene. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the cloister. Eat a wine. Graknork, hello! How you doing? We already checked out the chapel. And the kitchen, so it's the yard now. It's colder today. There's not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was here has long been covered in weeds. All I know about this place is that the walls were added when the convent was built onto the monastery. Oh, God bless you, Sister Benedicta. She's new. Sister Suzanne, God bless you. Ugh, this ice is hard. Do I recognize you, Sister Benedicta? think I've seen you in town once or twice. Yes, you'd have seen her. Sister Benedicta is the youngest of the sisters. Mother Francesca only allows one sister to deal with the townfolk. Benedicta received this privilege. Burden, more like. I have to run around everywhere, gathering all the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside, where it's warm. What are you doing up in the convent, anyway? Snooping. Oh, don't let me get in the way, then. What an adventure. Snooping's a good answer. Actually, Sister Benedicta, I wanted to ask you some questions. Do you like being a nun? Oh yes, I don't mind it at all. It's far quieter than home and I don't have to share my bed with my siblings anymore. I like to help the older sisters and I don't mind the chores, except when it's cold like this. One more question. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts lately? Ghosts? No, everything's been normal recently. Haven't noticed anything odd. Is this about Sister Marie's ghost? I think it's Mauritius myself, huh? Oh no. So there is a ghost in the Abbey? Well, I haven't seen the ghost. I haven't seen anything myself, but if there is a ghost, I like to think it's Mauritius. Don't tell Mother Francesca this, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It said that a Roman commander named Mauritius conquered Tassing, but the colony failed. Oh? Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. Yeah, this is another telling. Christian refugees? The book said they were fleeing Roman persecution, maybe under Nero, I don't remember. A Roman emperor known for his cruelty and persecution of Christian and Jews, as well as his disinterest in the Roman people. Famously fiddled as he watched the fire ravage Rome. Anyway, when Sister Marie said that she saw a ghost, I thought it might be Mauritius trying to get us out. The Roman ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? What'd you do with this book, sister? Oh, well... I had it with me in the kitchen one day, and well, I accidentally laid the fire poker on it. That's... oh my god, it must be completely destroyed. I tried to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry, Magdalene. Probably would have gone unread otherwise. I'm glad you were enjoying it. Besides, the story gives me ideas for the Rathouse mural. Thanks for telling me about the book, sister. I won't tell Mother Francesca. God bless you, sister. Thanks, Magdalene. God bless you. Convent Art Studio. Exactly! Workshop is covered in dust. This is the Benedictine Sisters' workshop. They used to make badges and art for pilgrims coming to see the hand of St. Moritz. Looks like everything here was just left after the fire. Nothing's been used in years. The kids insist on painting, and the poor Claires don't produce goods for sale, so we have no reason to be in here. Surely you thought of sneaking in and creating something, right? I thought about it. I'm just not sure if it's really worth it. Mother Francesca doesn't let us come in here unless it's to put something in storage. I've come in a few times and noticed some of the brushes gone missing. Pink pots, too. Like one of the sisters is secretly painting. Oh, Lord, no. God, no. Lord, no. We all live too close together in the convent for something like that to go unnoticed. In any case, I think it's sad for the workshop to be left like this. Truthfully, Magdalene, I don't think you should join the convent, even if that's what you were here to do anyway. Gertrude talks about you, and you seem to love your art. Without it, you'd hate it here. Such valuable paint left to dry and crack the palette. It's an old parchment scrap here. Oh, okay. Not what I thought. Okay. looks like a scrap from a manuscript. There's something written in Latin in the margin. Mithrium Tassi something something. The Mithrium of Tassing had been destroyed by a flood. Mithrium, that's the same word I saw in the Roman section of the mine. This might be from the book Sister Benedicta found. I wonder why it would mention the Mithrium. I don't know, it's not a word I've ever heard before. There's certainly nothing in the convent by that. Well, the note says the Mithrium was destroyed, so I suppose it doesn't matter much now. Definitely true, there's something going on here. Old badges are beautiful. I hope the pilgrims who bought them will too. Well, you've seen the entire convent. There's not much here. What do you think of it? I understand the appeal of such a small life. It offers its own freedoms from the world, even if I'm not drawn to it. That's true. We aren't bound by the worries of the thoughts of the world. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone from outside the convent. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Now you have me thinking about whether or not I should remain with the sisters. I think you should go. Your family just left you here. You don't owe the sisters anything. I do, though. The sisters have taken care of me. They love me, and I love them. I feel like there's absolutely no way to succeed any of these. That must be part of the point, right? Maybe? Even if this life wasn't my choice, they accepted me. Who knows? Maybe it'll get better in time. Maybe. I'll try to help any way I can, even if it's just sneaking around the convent wall to say hello. Really? That would be wonderful! So long as no one found out. Anyway, we should return to Mother Francia before she suspects something. Dude, I have, like... I don't think there's a right path here. I learned a lot today. Thanks for showing me around. No, thank you, Magdalene. Today's been more interesting than any I can remember in the Abbey. Come, let's find Mother Francisca. Your Francica? She'll be wanting to hear what you thought of the place. Well, Magdalene, what is your assessment of the poor Clares? Is the good Lord calling you to a life with us as a sister? I need to finish the mural, then I might take over for my father. You see, be careful that his mural does not become an idol for you, Magdalene. Just as Eve had a weaker will than Adam, you are liable to stumble in the fruit of temptation as well. Our community is quite modest compared to the splendor of an old Benedictine house operating under the rule of a powerful abbot. I see why fewer women are drawn to the order these days. Thank you for allowing me inside. You're most welcome, Magdalene. God bless ya. How'd your little expedition go? I learned a lot from seeing the Abbey. I have a good idea of what I'll depict in the mural now. I'm just frustrated there's so little left of the old Abbey and the saints. But sister, there's something I don't understand. The Abbey was so prosperous. Why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? Good fucking question! What a task that would be! The chapel was beautiful. The stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. The abbot felt the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome and moved on. In truth, the Abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Castella was running out of money and patrons. The riot and the fire was simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Did anything survive the fire? Some of the buildings are intact. They're all terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I doubt you'll find anything of help for your mural inside other than charred wood and parchment. Still might be... yeah, if I'm careful. I worry about you sometimes, Magdalene. I really do. Thanks for all the help, Sister Gertrude. You're most welcome. God bless you. Hardcore Hunter, hello. How you doing? And that wizard not fishing. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Hello, son of Mousefinger. In dollars Ice Heart, thank you for 21 months. Hell yeah. Very, very cute. Well, that was, I don't know. I did learn more about the founding of Curacao. And that illustration for the manuscript in the Mithrium, it's like the one in the mine. Is it part of the history of the Abbey of passing? It must be written down somewhere. If only the library hadn't burned down with everything in it. Ruins are right there. Maybe not everything was destroyed. Yeah, you damn right I'm gonna fucking poke my head in there. You kidding me? God, this is amazing. I wonder what it looks like before the fire. Everything collapsed. I'll have to be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. It really seems like the Mithrium was, the cistern we saw at the end of Act 2. Oh, no shit! Nah, she's fine. She's like 19. She'll be okay. Basically invincible. Oof. Oh no, I can't get back up there. If I climb, it might collapse further. Well, gotta find a way out then. I'll have to find another way out. It's just like playing 999, where it's like, find a way out! Something left of the old staircase. Guess I can't go this way. These vines go all the way to the top. They look sturdy enough to hold my weight. Well, there is no other way out. See all of Tassing from here. I wonder if I could piece together the foundations of the Abbey and find a way to get to the library. Bet I could get down this way. Roof looks pretty stable. Yeah, she's gonna get like she's gonna get tetanus. For some reason when I was little, I thought it was tennis shot. And I always wondered why I needed shots for tennis. For way too long, I think, honestly. Don't say that, that's gross. I feel like you don't get a lot of non-diegetic music in this game. It's nice there is some. Oh, odd. Remember when the library burned down. Dad told me I was just a baby. I remember the flames coming out of the windows. So many people screaming and running around. I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since then. It doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Well, Magdalene, how you gonna get out of here? Roses seem to have made the Abbey their home. I'm glad something beautiful still. Roses seem to. Okay, yeah. That's where we dug up the horrible occult implements. Assuming there's no way down to like the animal stuff. All grown over. At least there it is. Oh. I wonder if there was always this many cats at the Abbey. I don't think so. Asking that's Waslav and he remembers during his time here. Oh. I like weird illuminated manuscript cat. Shinchanko, hello, how you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. This place is a mess. How sad. It is sad. Door stuck. Can't get through this way. Door stuck. An old mural. It's worn, but I can still see some of the figures. A Dance of Death? We did read this last time, but it's an artistic allegory and the constancy of death. Illustrations often feature people from every station of society indicating that death inevitably claims everyone, from the peasant to the emperor. They did some graffiti on it. They did... Oh. Oh. Okay. Someone knows things. Wait, these figures, they look new. They can't be more than a few years old. Someone's been adding to this. So you got Father Fernick with the devil and his Volvel or whatever. And Otto. That is a tree with the single orange. These look like people from the town, from here. People who died. This must be the Baron, and that's Otto. That... Dear. Hello? Who are you? What's the orange again? I know there's something with that orange. Someone talked about oranges recently. The door. Whoever was watching me must have opened it. Like this. I think I've seen everything left of the Abbey. Need to get out of here. Yeah, Andreas did tell a story about the orange. And it starts snowing. Oh. The Abbey burned the fuck down, dude. It is more than abandoned. I remember the thing to the east of the shrine. Yeah, it was brutal. It was fucking brutal. And it's a completely different order of nuns living there now too. Instead of Benedictines, they're the Poor Clares, which is just, the lady version of Franciscans. That's a loose plot thread that I want talked about at some point soon, honestly. You can ask about the cats and what it was like to live here. What happened to Amelie? What happened to the mystic? Oh yeah, one of them did look like Casper. Yeah, I mean, she wasn't that old. Hmm. Oh, they really pissed at me. Was I supposed to do not snitch about frogs? Come on. Hmm? I guess I can go check on Dad. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's somebody who was there 30 years ago and still alive presently, right? So there's only so many people that can be by default. It was somebody who was already a grown adult, a grown literate adult with extremely well developed calligraphy skills, right? The whole thing about the hand being unique and ornate is, I don't know. I My head is leaning towards Vaslav and Matilda because they're together now and the Abbey is gone. But what brings you up the hill? Oh, that's right. I wanted to ask you some questions about your family for the mural. The Muellers? I only know a little bit about Linhart's people, I'm afraid. And much of that I've heard from others. Linhart didn't care much to talk about the past. I meant your family, the one you were born to. Your family name was Caviezel, wasn't it? Don't ask them about their descendant Jim. Don't tell them nothing about Jim. Oh. Not a soul in town has asked me about my family in years. I was beginning to think my neighbors had forgotten us. Can I ask, how did you come to know my family name? Dad mentioned it. He said you were the last of your family. Madam Moo, hello! What in the one, Oofy? I'm not surprised your father remembers the Caviezel's. He was sweet on my sister before he met your mother. I'm the last of us left now. You say it's Caviezel and not Caviezelin? I've always been called Caviezel. It's my sister and mother and her mother before her. My grandfather told me the Caviezel's have lived in this area for hundreds of years. Perhaps even 1,000, though it's impossible to imagine a time so long ago. Ursula thinks the families who arrived after the Romans came from somewhere else. Not Bavaria, like we think. It's ridiculous. Ursula's family may well not be Bavarian, but mine is. What gave you that idea? It was something Attilia Kemperin told her, that her family once knew Old Chance in a different tongue. Chance that she later learned from Swiss pilgrims might have been Romansh. Spoken in Switzerland, dominantly in the canton of Graubünden, the Romansh language developed from a blend of Vulgar Latin and early German. Well, I would not trust Swiss pilgrims to tell me my heritage. But I'm not a bitter old witch who hates the church, the town, and all the people in it. No doubt she would have loved for us to think everything we know about ourselves is wrong. That's true. It's very true. I think she might be right. I will not attempt to persuade you otherwise. I know what I know. That's enough. I don't mean to be short with you, Magdalene. But when I think of the ancient cathedrals driven from their land only to find it again through Christ, they feel nearer to me. You understand? I think so. It's like when my dad tells me stories about courting my mom. I don't remember her face, but when he tells me about her smile, I can almost recall it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you really remember. When I sing my sister's favorite songs to Ulrika, I may not know all the words anymore, but that's all right. Just as I may not know exactly how the Caviezel's resettled Tassing. What matters is that I feel close to her, to them, even though they're so far from me now. I get it. I love what they're doing here. Texting McBurdo. Hello, thanks for the follow. That's what stories are for, Magda. Now go on. You've got a mural to complete. You know what? God bless you. Keeping busy. There's plenty of things to do around the house. And Ace and Napster, thank you for the follow. How you doing? How's the mural coming? Paul mentioned your progress is quite impressive. Making steady progress. I think I'll be finished just before the new year. Wonderful. I have to bring Andreas and Ulrika sometime to see your progress. You won't get in your way, of course. I'm sure they'd love to learn about it. You're all more than welcome, but watch your step. There's plaster everywhere. I've just fixed a new batch to keep the wall moist. It's hard to maintain the right texture when it's so cold out. And imagine a similar problem when I helped my mother in the bakery. Rolling dough in winter was such trouble. We had to throw out so many batches that wouldn't rise. Your discipline is admirable, Magdalene. You know, I was a real rascal back in the day. Skipped on working with my parents more times than I can count. It wasn't Big Jorg, so it wasn't Big Jorg who was the troublemaker. Oh no, Jorg has always been more hardworking than me. I was a thief and a scoundrel. It started with cakes from my mother's table, still hot from the oven. Soon it was silverware, mugs, trinkets I found around town. Wow, she really was a thief. Ulrika's little hat once even belonged to Andreas Mailer, your father's friend. I stole it from his head. Oh, of course, stealing is against the Lord's commandments. So my father would make me return everything if I hadn't eaten it already and marched me to church to pray. Father Thomas grew accustomed to seeing me more often than Sunday mornings. What changed? I grew out of the habit over time. I think I started to see why my parents had such a devotion to the Lord. Stealing was my way of acting out. But when the trouble started in town, I realized that my thieving wasn't doing any good. Decided I'd rather honor my father and mother, as God commands. It gives me grace with Andreas and Ulrika on the hard days, and with the rest of the town, too. I think Ulrich would be proud. Thank you, Magdalene. That means more than you know. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you have plenty of mural work to do. See you later. God bless ya. I like that she has the hat. I like that she has the hat. I love that there are drawings on the wall. It's so cute. There's so many just like fine little details. This is a passion project and you can feel it constantly, which is good. I like to feel that from a video game. I like it a lot, even, I would say. Yeah, just like Paul was doing! Murder. Good evening, Magdalene. Good evening, Dr. Stoles. I see you're progressing on the town mural. You've made some rapid progress. Oh, look at that. I like that one. I've rigged the scaffolding sheet so that enough air can flow through. That way, the layers dry quickly. I see. It's quite clever. Now then, the council's asked to hear about your progress. I've been researching the early Christian history of Tassing after the Romans left. Learning how people settled in the ruins, how the abbey was founded, why our saints are so important to us. It was a lot to take in, but I've settled on my subject. And what have you chosen, if I may ask? I don't know if that's for certain. I want to show history how it happened. I'll paint Lady Kirsau founding the abbey from the old Bergfried. And then run some people in the town the wrong way. The saints are a core part of Tassing's history, after all. And be careful in how you choose to paint such a piece. Our Lord is a staunch Catholic. One could interpret the absence of saints as well. Lutheran. Luther doesn't denounce the saints. He just says the Bible doesn't tell us to venerate them. It's Lutheran to portray the founding of Benedictine Abbey. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I'm simply presenting a possible interpretation. It may reflect poorly on Tassing. Remember, these murals are for all of us. I remember. Very well. After this section, there's still much work to do. I haven't figured out how I'm gonna portray the revolt. I imagine it poses difficulties that the other murals do not. No kidding! It's a strange thing to tell a story that still lives in the hearts of so many people here. There's all sorts of Martin Luther whiplash in this game. I don't think anybody wants to talk about it. They've all just locked it away. Sounds like you have your work cut out for you. I'll leave you to it then. Oh, Dr. Stoles. You ever seen somebody lurking around the Abbey? I think it's fair to just ask directly. I've heard about it. I haven't been up to the Abbey in years, no, I haven't heard of anything like that. Why? I've been seeing someone following me a few times. Sorry to hear that. But didn't you run into that odious woodsman, Haller Brent, not long ago? That couldn't be him. I don't think it's the same person. Well, if you have concern, you should ask one of the boys to escort you when you're out. There's no need to risk your safety. You're right. Good night, Dr. Stoles. Good night, Mag. The final part of the mural to finish. How should I paint the revolt? Dad always talked about how the Archdeacon was the only one seeking justice in those days. What was his name? The only name I can remember is the name of the Archdeacon who came to Tassing when the Baron was killed. Jacob Essler. Oh, that's who they referring to. Okay. Maybe he wrote an account of the revolt as an Archdeacon. I'll write to him and ask. And of course I need to write back to Esther too. I'll write to them tonight before bed. So the Moth, hello, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, like I feel like I've had very little opportunity to poke at the case, but I am learning about the consequences of everything before it, at least. Of course I am. It's incredible. This is the most excited I've been about a video game story since Disco, like, for sure. Not to constantly compare it to it, but yeah. Just really want to know. Where did she go? That's what I want to know more than anything. Yeah, Coast Archery is fine. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, right? I mean, it's good. Everyone in the past was in fact just a regular person. People haven't changed all that much. Jacob Essler, formerly Archdeacon of Freising. My name is Magdalene Drucker. I'm an artist in the town of Tassing in Upper Bavaria. I believe you passed through a community when you investigated Baron Rothvogel's murder at Castella Abbey in 1518. Do you remember anything that, about that case that people in Tassing might not remember? In particular, you remember anything about... Oh yeah. Remember anything about someone writing notes to provoke the killer? That's definitely where I need to ask. More have appeared in Tassing in subsequent years, seemingly harbingers of death. Thank you for any help you can give, Magdalene Drucker. Dearest Esther, I hope you're well. You must know how tremendously happy I am for you and Simond. And Alicia too, or Elisha too, of course, and your parents. It warms my heart to know that your family is doing so well. By the time this letter reaches you, I expect winter will have unfolded Tassing. It's already freezing at night, so I've reorganized the workshop so the inks don't deteriorate. Do you have to worry about that in Prague? You said it snows, but I always imagined it was warmer in winter. Dad is doing poorly, but at least he seems comfortable. He's sleeping more, but Dr. Stoll says it's a consequence of the colder weather. I do what I can for him, but this winter's been hard. I asked Agnes for help, but there's only so much she and Dr. Stolz can do. It's not gonna make it. Nothing much I can do. Christ, I'm scared, Esther. The mural is progressing well, but I can't shake the feeling that someone's following me. I keep seeing this figure around town. After I explored the mines to see Tassing's early history, and then again in the Abbey ruins, they don't like me poking around! No one else in Tassing has seen anything, but some of the nuns say they've seen ghosts. It's the person who attacked my dad. Why are they following me? It's the strangest thing, given me a fright a few times already. I don't mean to worry you. Nothing's happened to me yet, so I think I'll be safe. The only good news I can share is that at the moment the mural is almost finished. I should have it completed by Christmas or soon after, before the new year at least. Then perhaps at long last I'll be able to visit you and meet the Simond. Anyway, I fear this will be my last letter of the year. The Reichspost has been late and reported worsening snows through the passes. We seem to be stepping into a harsh winter. Stay warm. Give my regards to your family and Simond. Yours always, Magda. I don't think a 18. That's the only problem, is I'm nervous about missing dialogue and stuff, because like, oh, the time change. Is there actually anything new? Or... But I think that's completionist brain rather than a consequence of bad game design or anything like that, you know? Clearly, everything I want to know is gonna be, from figuring out who the hell's oh, shit. Stop. just like the note Dad found. Who's doing this? I have a feeling I'm gonna find out sooner or later. I need to ask Dad about this. It can't be a coincidence. He's been so weak. I don't want to upset him. Just need to wait for the right time. I hope there is a right time. It is. It's the same message. I do not want anybody poking around in the past of this town. I see. Number 4th. But it's interesting that, like, now the time-telling system is a secular one, right? Before it was like Vespers and Demon or whatever, and now it's 5 o'clock. Only 1 letter for you today. Oh. No. The pass is nigh impossible to traverse, and heavy snow is hard on the horse and me. Anyway, happy Advent, my dear. Thank you. Same to you. Oh. Oh, I don't like that I didn't get a reply from Esther. Mistress Drucker. I do recall the Rothvogel case, though it has been over a decade since I served as an archdeacon. I'm no longer associated with the office of the Prince Bishop. I am, in fact, no longer associated with the Catholic Church. Oh, interesting. If you do not mind conversing with a Lutheran, I will tell you what I remember. The notes you mentioned do stir something in my memory. One of the men I questioned at Kirsau was an artist from Nuremberg, Andreas Mahler. He mentioned finding notes written in fine hand, inciting individuals to violence against the Baron. While the scope of my investigation was too narrow to look into the matter, it did concern me. Finding more notes now after so many years must mean their author is still active. If this is the case, a serpent has lain coiled in the bosom of your community for decades. It may lay there still. What causes the serpent to awaken every few years to stage a new killing? I fear that finding the answer to that question may draw you into its reach. However, if you are determined to find the source of the trouble, I believe you must inquire with your neighbors. I urge caution in your investigation into this matter. If the serpent merely sleeps, it may be dangerous to poke into its old resting places. I hope this has been of some help to you. May God bless you and keep you safe. Jacob Essler. No reply from Esther this time. It must have been delayed due to the heavy snow. The postman said I won't receive any more letters till spring. Back to the rat house. Oh, they're really clicking it forward, huh? Christmas Eve. Okay. Good morning, Dad. I finally caught up on the mural, and now I can start the final part today. I promise I'll get it done. Magdalene, proud of you. Dad. I'm sorry Dr. Stoll says you can't come to the festivities tonight. I know how much you love the Perchitlauf. The Germanic folk ritual is celebrated around Christmas time, in which townsfolk dresses as Perchton and drive evil spirits from the town to protect it in the coming year. More potential disguises for the killer, you mean? Just like on St. John's Eve. Okay. It's always next year. Right. How are you feeling? Dr. Soul said he'd come by again today. Fine. Are you sure you need anything? No, go on. I'm alright. In fact, my spirits are lifted today. It's Christmas Eve after all. What's wrong? I found a note back in November. A note? What do you mean? It was like a note I found in your plans for the murals. Just a scrap of parchment. It looked like it came out of an old manuscript. Elaborate writing, purple ink. It just said, stop. You know where they came from? Who wrote them? Magdalene, God, that must be Otz. He said he dropped by with more firewood. If you know something, I'd like you to tell me, alright? I know, I will. Can we talk about it later? No! Dad. I will tell you, I promise. No way! He's gonna be dead before he tells me. I'll be back later. Good, take care of yourself out there. Oh, man. Morning, Magdalene. Morning, Otz. Cold out, isn't it? Freezing. Makes me envy Nico able to stay inside all day. Even Endris has his forge to keep him warm. Anyway, here. I brought some firewood for you and your dad. Thank you. You're welcome. So, how's your dad? Think you can join everyone for Christmas Mass? I think he'll stay in bed tonight. I'll do my best to be there. I need to keep working on the mural, though. I'm working on the final section. About the Peasants' Revolt, right? It feels weird to talk about. It affected Tassing so much, but we were just kids. I can't remember what happened since I was just a baby. I never even knew my dad. So it makes it difficult. I need to ask those who were already adults that night, but I don't want to touch raw nerves. What do you spoke to people while everyone was preparing for Christmas festivities? Clara sometimes talks about that night. Mom, too. Might be able to ask them. Václav and Matilda are the only two Benedictines left living in Tassing. Maybe they'll talk to me. Didn't think of that. Still, the mural is for Tassing, not the old abbey. Agnes has always been in Tassing, right? I'd go to her if I were you. Dad says she'll bury everyone who died that night. I wonder if she'd even talk about it. It's your project, Magdalene. Might be worth a try. I wrote to the old archdeacon about it, too. He thinks that the Baron's murder and Otto's death are connected to the revolt. Ooh. Oh yeah, he doesn't even fucking know about Baron Rothvogel. Why would he even know? They made him keep the tassing for the Baron Rothvogel's murder. What about him? He was the judge for the Baron's murder. What if all the deaths in Tassing are connected? I don't see how the old Baron has anything to do with the revolt. You feeling alright? I think you're looking for connections that aren't there. Maybe this mural project's getting to you. I need to get to the bottom of this, Otz. There's something more to this. I know it. Sure. I'll figure it out somehow. Thanks to the wood. See you later, Max. Ugh. Otz is right. I should just start talking to people around town. Better get started if I want to talk to everyone before the Prichtenlauf. Prichtenlauf. Assuming I don't need to do. Yeah, no, maybe this is all totally, maybe all of this is unconnected. Just coincidental notes with the same handwriting and purple ink. I really want to talk these two, like, right now, honestly. They're not even fucking home! I guess everybody's getting ready for Christmas in the town square. Eh? Where'd everyone go? Is everybody like in the forest doing all pagan-y stuff? Even the Italian's gone! Oh no, the Italian's here. If it isn't Mistress Magdalene. Oh, Baltus. Naizu. How are your inventions coming, Baltus? Oh, very well, thank you. I was just showing Nazir how Rathal's clock works on one of my smaller prototypes. It's a fascinating process, truly. I'd never considered that one man can make something so complex all by himself. I'd love to create something so intricate one day. Maybe a new kind of printing press. What kind of printing press would that be, pray tell? Maybe something with automatically sorted type. That'd make the process faster. Might be onto something there, Magda. Can you imagine? Automatic type? Truly an ingenious idea if one could ever make it happen. The ideas are still fuzzy. I think I can make it work someday. Well, I should look forward to that. In the meantime, shall we get back to work, Baltus? Yeah, I guess everyone's at church. That's true. Please excuse us, Magdalene. You're rather busy at the moment. Until later. I guess it makes sense that Baltus and the Italian aren't churchy types, ultimately. It is interesting. When Magdalene and also when Werner, and I think even Baltus, when they say God or Lord, it's not in red text like everyone else. I do wonder if that, like, you know, is showing their belief or lack thereof, or at least a different one. Nobody's at church! No, I don't think there's secret pagans kicking around. Bless you, Mac. Here's Paul. I'm a little worried I'm missing something. Yeah, maybe they're all the secret Mithras worshippers, who knows? I'm confused there. We're lucky, even the winter never fully freezes over. Hello again, Magdalene. You getting ready for the Christmas celebrations? Trying to get other things done here. Quite a busy young woman. Smokey told me your father was injured. How is he? He's not doing well. I'm sorry. I'll hope for the best. Well, I don't want to keep you from your tasks. Do you want to come to the Christmas feast? Kind of you to offer. My beliefs and my, well, how I look. It's best that I stay out here. I'll be fine, but thank you. I'll see you later then. Merry Christmas. Christmas. Well, nobody's in the fucking church, so I guess I gotta poke up at the Abbey. Oh. Cool hat. Well, if it isn't Magdalene. You're learning everyone's names during your stay? Alas, it appears the good people of Tassing are the only audience I'll ever have until the pass is clear. It's easily right that I tend to put myself on friendly terms with you and your neighbors. I apologize for not introducing myself sooner. I'm Alexander, and this is my partner, Casimirs? Casimirs? We're musicians by trade, travelers by necessity. These guys are nerds! The weather trapped us here on our way back to Wurzburg for a Christmas celebration. I'd hoped to win the Meistringers competition. Members of the Guild for Lyric Poets, composers, and singers of unaccompanied art songs, Meister singers perform in regular competitions, often held at a Rathaus or church. Are we gonna have, like, a fucking, like, talent show? How are you finding tassing? Everyone's been quite kind, and no one has thrown anything at me for my music. Considering the circumstances, I'll count that as a success. I have to admit I was quite upset I missed my opportunity to sing at the Meister Singer competition. Casimir's. He practiced so much for it. Hard not to view the last year as a waste. You can try again next year, can't ya? Of course. Though the older I get, the less comfort I take in the possibilities of the future. Missed opportunities sting more with each passing year. Well, you have an opportunity here with other people at Tassing. And perform for them I will. I love performing for people wherever I go. When I sing for people, I want to move them. I want to see it on their faces. It's only in that moment that I can connect with them. That's the only truth I know. Meister Singer judges will rate me as they will, but that's not why I want to perform for them. I want to move the masters the way they moved me. Does that make sense? Or the masses? Was that masters or masses, actually? Probably masters. Yeah, my dad is my teacher. His approval means a lot to me. I think we all want the approval of those who came before us. And someday someone will look to me for approval. Hard to imagine. Sorry, it's feeling a bit melancholy, I suppose. Cheer up. Christmas is here. Of course, in our darkest hours, the birth of our Savior reminds us that dawn will follow. Perhaps the Christmas feast will lift my spirits. Will I see you there? Absolutely. Almost everyone in town should be there. I look forward to it. Until then. It's because he'd be on that slate, though. Hello, Magdalene. You're Casimir's, right? You're with Alexander? Musicians? Yes, I play the... Sean? Sean? In lute, he sings. Oh! Oh, he's not actually talking. Oh! Do you mind if I ask what happened to your voice? Rather not. What are you two doing in Tassing? Kicking it. Ask Alexander. Sorry. I won't take up any more of your time. Thanks. God bless ya. Interesting. It's some instrument I didn't recognize. Oh, Magdalene. Hans. Do you need something? Say, Hans, I've seen you seek into the forest on occasion. What exactly do you do there? Not seeking, just going. I go there to meet Big Jorg. To lift logs. I believe it. Why would you do that? You lift big logs to see who's stronger. It's a contest. Does anyone else participate in this contest? Not usually. There aren't many others in Tassing strong enough other than Big Jorg. Simon's big, like Sepp was, but he's not interested. He's always busy taking care of the farm. Maybe Apollo can join us one day. He's been getting stout the last few years. Alright, he's winning so far. Jorg, but barely. I've been gaining on him. He's growing older and softer with his council work. Is this the thing that men do from time? Is this true, chat room? Is this what men do? You guys go out into the woods and lift logs? Me and Jorg, sure. I don't know about anyone else. Welcome to join us, Magdalene. You have small logs that would suit me. Plenty of trees in the forest. We'll find you what you need. Maybe put some meat on those bones. Sure, maybe I'll drop by someday. Christ, you're gonna get a kick out of that. You really mean it, right? Oh, absolutely. Why not? Great. I should get back to work now. Until later, Magdalene. Until then, why not? Why not, you know? You. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, Owazlav. I had an odd question for you. Oh? When I was exploring the Abbey for the mural background, I stumbled upon some stray cats. Were there a lot of cats during your time? Yes, as a matter of fact, there were. There were always cats around the Abbey, but one summer, they started begging for food. Persistent little creatures. Brother Lucas swears he never fed them, but I have my doubts. Oh, right, the kitchen twink. They seem to have made the Abbey their home now. Good for them! At least someone's making use of that old structure. Thank you for telling me, Magdalene. Be well. God bless you and your father, Magdalene. I think I've heard of caber tossing. I just like the idea that just go into the woods to hang out and throw rocks or whatever, logs. How's the weather? We've been prepping for the feast in here all day. Fresh and brisk, perfect for a walk. Like, better than me, I'll stay in here so I can keep my fingers warm. You better keep your fingers out of my dough, Master Bauer. I didn't do anything. You stuck your little fingers into my cookie dough 3 times today. Do it again and I'll wrap your knuckles with the back of my spoon. Don't anger Mistress Matilda, Simon. Yes, sir. Sorry, Mistress Matilda. We need enough dough to make cookies for the entire town. You can't be eating it all. It's good to know that even in the 1600s, people, or 1500s, people knew the virtue of eating cookie dough. Anyway, what'd you come in for, Magdalene? I was hoping you could tell me what you remember of the revolt. I was too young to remember much of it. No one ever seems to talk about it, and Mistress Matilda and Master Waslav, you two are the only ones left who used to live in the Abbey. Only ones who stayed, anyway. Matilda and I have been friendly enough with the people in town. You put it behind us in time. You can imagine that the other brothers had little reason to remain. Old Enoch made it out. I think Father Gurneau paid for him to go to an abbey in Cornwall. I'm not sure what happened to the others. All gone in any case. But the whole thing is a sensitive subject, Magdalene. Why are you asking? I want to portray the event truthfully. For the sake of seeing it portrayed right, I'll tell you what I remember. Wait, Magdalene, here, come cut out cookies with me first. That way we don't fall behind while we chat. That's fair. We'd be grateful for the help. Alright, Magdalene, cut out cookies from the dough and set them aside so Simon can put them on a tray. We'll need a good number in a variety of shapes, so don't hesitate to change which cutter you use. We'll have enough for the whole town, after all. Have to have enough for the whole town. Huh? Oh. Oh, they have to be a certain direction? Okay. Gotta do a bunch of birds. I'm not efficiently using this dough. Gotta have to take the scraps, you know? Oh, come on! Let me get the scrap. No. Oh, come on! I can definitely get this. No. Fine! More diamonds it is. I bet there's an achievement for cutting a specific number of cookies. That's my guess. Oh, you could have cut it so close! Shit! Man. Oh well. Oh yeah, look at that! I got an achievement! Are you done? These look wonderful, thank you! You can make more if you want, but it looks like we have enough. That's right. I think it's good for now. Thanks for helping, Magdalene. Better keep going if we have everything ready by the procession tonight. So, what can we tell you, Mags? Ugh. I heard the Lansnecks came into town before the revolt and warned everyone to leave the Abbey alone. Could things have really been talked out, or was it too late by then? There were some people who wanted to talk. Master Mailer worked hard to keep the peace, but after Otto was killed... Oh, Andreas. A shame how he died. We at the monastery were fond of him. Dad said he was instrumental in keeping the revolt from getting out of hand. He regrets not standing by him. He was. He had a personal dinner with the abbot to try to discuss things, I believe. Pity they couldn't come to an agreement. Andreas did a lot of good for Tassing, and Kirsau too. Even the old abbot failed to admit that. Or even if the abbot failed to admit that. He even revealed corruption in our own midst. The old prior, Ferdinand, had been doing witchcraft within the church. I still grieve that he died in the abbey fire. I know your father does too, Magdalene. But wasn't the revolt in general justified? Yes, I think so. We couldn't even collect in the forest without a fee. Dad kept saying we couldn't live with higher and higher taxes. The night Otto died, the abbot was trying to excommunicate everyone for celebrating St. John's Eve. A lot of people thought the abbot killed him in revenge. Turns out it was Hannah, the innkeeper's wife. I still say she was pressured into it by the miller. I still don't. Still don't know about that one! The abbot promised to help if Andreas found the person who killed Otto. All we wanted was to talk. You mean no one was supposed to burn the abbey down? Why would anyone want that? We sought justice, not murder. It was too much for Peter. Lenhart was one thing. He just killed Ulrich, but to burn the abbey... But when the Lansnecks saw the fire, they thought they had another revolt on their hands. Oh. Even Father Gonneau couldn't stop them. We all fled. Brother Florian saved as many as he could, but... Peter was wrong to burn the abbey, but what the soldiers did... It's awful. Dad died protecting me, stabbed in the chest. I don't even remember what he was wearing, but I remember how dark the blood was when we found him. Almost black. Sticky, like treacle. Dad socked one of the soldiers in the face, but another was right there, and... Magdalene, can we stop talking about this? Sorry, I didn't mean to upset anyone. It's hard to discuss sometimes, you know? Good luck. We'll see you at the procession later. Until then. Huh. Hans. Do you need something? How are you doing? Fine enough. Weather's getting colder. And the family? Healthy and hardworking. Simon's taking care of the winter provisions. He's a good boy. Proud of him. You know how beautiful and kind-hearted Judah is. Just like her mother. I don't know how I got so lucky. She's a miracle. She'll marry a good man soon, I'm sure. You have someone in mind? That young Otz is a good man, I've noticed. He's solid enough. Takes after his father. All the same, when Judah has children one day, they'll be beautiful and kind like their mother. There are worse things to be, I guess. I did my best to raise her right, but her best qualities are all Heilwig. Give yourself a little credit, Hans! Kind of you to say, Magdalene. I should get back to it until later. Better days. Mm. Trying to think of where I could go. I talked to basically oh, Agnes. That's right. He's this way. Still no Amelie. This whole chapter. This whole act. Be thinking about her. How could I not? She's a mystic having weird, prescient visions of murder. So, like, I don't know. Oh, cute. Magdalene Drucker. I didn't expect to see you today. How's your father? I'd rather not talk about it today. It's all right, dear. Even after all the pain and illness I've seen, it's hard to bear at times. Now then, is there something I can help you with? I have a small favor to ask. Spit it out. But isn't too much trouble. I'd like you all to recount what you remember of the revolt. I'm nearly done with my mural, but I need more details. I was so young I don't remember much of that night. Oh, for that project of yours in the Wrath House, I'm afraid I won't be much good to say on the matter. I won't have much to say about the matter, but all right. Come sit down, Magdalene. Don't worry about helping with the wreaths. It took me years to get the technique up to Mom's expectations, so you're better off not helping. You always did fine, Brigitta. No wreath-making minigame for me today, I guess. Cookies was enough. What do you need to know to finish the mural? I was hoping to ask you about the revolt. All I can remember was the flames when the abbey burned. What part of the revolt? The abbot starving us out of house and home? Otto's murder? I doubt that would be a good painting. I thought there was an attempt to talk to the abbot. There was until Otto was killed. After that, the monks shut themselves up in the abbey library. Meanwhile, the bastard abbot only ever cared for how many pfennigs he could get from us. Brigitta, don't forget to twist the ensign. Can't have it look like a Christmas hedgehog. I'm getting there, Mom. I've looked after Martin and Kraft well enough, haven't I? I can manage this. Yes, well, after your father died, I got no one left to nag besides you and that husband of yours. Cute. Thank God I have the both of you. As a matter of fact, I'll let an old woman have her vices. The Gardner home was a bit sad. York was always gets quiet this time of year. Whatever for? Family's been hard-pressed since Peter died. Tassing's lost a good number of folk over the years, and feast days and celebrations make it harder to bear. I mean, in the revolt, right? The revolt, the murders, that fool Andreas had the medal in everything. Didn't do too much good if you ask me. Andreas Mailer, the artist? I thought he was my dad's friend. He was, and I can't fault your father for that. Master Mailer was an interesting man. He'd already meddled enough in Tassing after the Baron's murder that held more sway than he knew. I could understand it the first time. He wanted to save that old monk. I dare say he saw him as a father. And it was proven that the prior was a witch, so I suppose he did some good for Tassing then. I think Václav might be the only person left in Tassing who remembers the old prior. And that's when the trouble started, I say. The townsfolk saw a monk killed, and the abbot was incensed. Then came the revolt, and Andreas Mailer happened to show up the day of Otto's murder. Did the revolt accomplish anything? Well, the entire matter was a horrible, bloody mess, but did restore peace in Tassing by force. Ashamed it had to happen at all, I think. I knew the revolt was a bad idea from the start. Old Václav the only one to know what happened inside the old church now, before the fire. Some like to say things were always this bad, that violence was the only way, but it wasn't. Life got worse over the years. It wasn't like this when I was a child, not in my grandparents' time either. Sure, the abbot was pinching the townfolk and the peasants were suffering, but to go against the church? But like you said, things weren't always so bad. We fought to make things right. Well, the revolt didn't totally fail, did it? The abbot and the monks have left. The abbey may be gone, but Tassing has only traded one lord for another. The peasants were so angry over the abbot's perceived injustices, they thought that they could make it right with even more injustice. The abbey caught fire and everyone ran, but by then the soldiers had arrived to stop them all. That soldier even warned Peter, but nothing would stop him besides steel. Side communist, hello, welcome, how you doing? So, nothing got better at all? No, not as I see it. The Lord is just as severe as the abbot was and threatens force at every turn. He did shoot that pig. I mean, not the Lord himself, but his representative. He did just kind of shoot that pig. It was pretty scary. That's life. You can struggle and die to accomplish something and nothing changes. The dead are luckier. They died believing they changed something. They're stuck with the harsh reality. Oh, the themes. This game's got so much going on, you know? This is all you've known, Magdalene. You've grown used to it. We all have. Thank you for sharing your story with me. It's important to share our suffering with the younger generations. Maybe they can change something. Good luck on the mural, Magdalene. Good luck, Magdalene. How you doing, though, Oofy? Happy Wednesday. Getting to the end of this video game. It's incredible. Everyone should play this, is what I think already. I mean, not already, but now, for sure. I feel like I need to talk to Wozlav again. I don't know. I feel like I need to talk to him. Yeah, I love the gameplay of reading, but that's fine. Marco Tasude, hello! Is that so? Well, good. I feel like I had never seen any of the video games people I know talk about this. And it feels kind of insane that they didn't, so I don't know, like, do they just, like, fuck it in, like, the last 10%? Or is it just a matter of it's a lot of reading, therefore not a lot of people played it? Which one is it? I need to know. Too much text, though. It really isn't, though. Like, I don't know. Is it really? It is mucho texto. You're not wrong. So beautiful covered in snow. Yeah, I just straight up not heard about it until a couple of months ago. And then I demoed the first chapter and thought it was fucking incredible. So I had to stream it, even though it is mucho texto or whatever. It is such pretty texto! It is! Oh, can't even get to the upper ad. Okay. Apparently they did put it on Game Pass, but fucking who has Game Pass? I don't. It's a ridiculous shame how I barely heard about this before, like, playing it myself. Where are all the video games nerds that are like, video games can do so many different things, blah blah blah. I think it might be cope, fortunately. I don't know. It's weird. You would think more of my artsy video games friends would talk about this at all. Especially because of like the whole fucking way women are written and depicted in this game. I figured that would like make people pay attention to this. Still as messy as ever. Like, those themes was strong in Act 1 and 2, but it's just very out in front now in this closing act. I do want to ask, for Oofies who have played this, how close am I? I do intend on finishing this tonight. Is that a fool's errand, or what? I'd love to know, actually. It feels like things are drawing to a close, considering it's Christmas. And that was being talked up as a, end-of-the-line thing. Oh, thank you, Oomphy. It feels like it's the very... Yeah, okay, good enough. That's what I thought. Gertners. I should go check on the Gertners. There's Ursula. Curse of Labu. What makes you say that? Huh? Yeah. The previous ones is published and I have been saving these. Oh yeah, there they all are. Jesus. I don't want to just see the bedroom, because that's where this all was in the beginning. There's Artemis and Apollo. They aren't happy with me. Shouldn't have revealed the frog prank is what I'm learning. The end of each act has kind of felt that way, to be totally honest with you. There we go. Hello, Magdalene. I would have thought you'd be working on the mural today. What brings you here? I'd like to sit with you and ask you how you remember the rebellion so I can paint it, if that's all right. That was a sad time. It sure was! If it'll help you memorialize those we lost in the revolt, yes, I'll answer a few questions. I don't mind. I was a little older than you, so I probably remember more, Magdalene. Of course, Magdalene. We'll tell you all you want to know. I've been looking forward to seeing the mural for some months. Oh, Ulrich. Come, sit with us. Guess I'm also making a weird pagan mask. Now that you're all settled, what did you want to know? Did the revolt have anything to do with the other murder that happened in Tassing? Oh, the murder of the Baron, you mean? No, not really. I only remember that Andreas attempted to be a peacekeeper in both situations. I suppose that's when things started going poorly. After Prior Furnick was discovered as a witch, people weren't as willing to trust the Abbey anymore. Then the abbot became more severe. He didn't like that the prior's death rattled his control of Tassing. I still think the old prior cursed the town. That's when crops started failing. I don't know about any of that, but his taxes and restrictions and his attitude towards us became harsher after that. It was all we could do to live by then, but it eventually became too much. Even with all the restrictions, was the revolt really justified? I keep hearing conflicting stories about how it began. This is like a less than 18-year... This is less than a generation ago, and all the stories are all muddled and unclear, and that's perfect! I thought the peasants stormed the Abbey unprovoked and the Lansdecks had to be called in. Agnes blamed Andreas for starting the revolt. Is that really true? That's a good one. Like that one. Andreas only ever sought peace, from what I remember. He took it upon himself to try and keep justice in Tassing, even if it wasn't his home. Truly, it's thanks to him that we had peace for so long. We did everything we could to keep things from getting violent, but the Lord had other plans. I remember how sick and hungry I was all the time. Grandpa kept saying it hadn't always been like that. God, yeah, the dinner scenes with her where she's just coughing every other line. Oh my god. And the dinner, like, Andreas and Casper served big bowl of soup with bread, and they're just eating, like, tiny little cups of soup. Oh my god. All was fine until Hannah, Nico's wife, killed Otto because she feared would happen if the Abbey shut down. So that was the motive that we applied to them, was that the innkeeper's wife was cheating on him with the miller, and they had a very vested interest in keeping the Abbey open because it was, you know, most of their business was pilgrimage. Pilgrims, you know, coming to town and staying. Well, my husband wouldn't let that rest. We all wanted justice. When that soldier arrived and threatened us, all the townfolk pulled away, except for you and Ulrich and... Let me try that again. When that soldier arrived and threatened us, all the townsfolk pulled away, except for you and Ulrich, Gret. No, Clara, I'm afraid even I was intimidated and begged Ulrich to leave the matter be. My husband alone stood with the peasants. He must have known it wouldn't succeed. Father Gernot was a harsh lord. His rules and taxes left many of the family starving. By then, we were so starved and wanted justice so much, Peter truly thought success was possible. There was still some discussion. Ulrich and Andreas wanted peace. And that fucking Miller protected that bitch. He always hated us, thought he was better than us. Ursula, language. What, Mom? It's true. Lenhart even shot Ulrich out of nowhere. It was unprovoked. Lenhart always did hate the rest of the townsfolk, and he would take advantage of anyone he could. My husband sought peace to the last. He was a martyr to us. I think the miller shot Ulrich to retaliate, but after that, Peter couldn't be stopped. We'd all lost too much. The burning of the Abbey was a grim night, and the soldiers coming in. Our men fought to protect us, to protect Tassing. Many died in that fight. We got rid of the abbot and all the monks, at least. And that is some comfort, if only a little. Are there any heroes of Tassing I should memorialize? Yeah, definitely. Peter always wanted the best for Tassing, even if he acted rashly by setting fire to the Abbey. Hope he can portray him in the best light, Magdalene. I'd rather not talk about that night anymore. I hope you provided enough insight for your work. You did, thank you. Thank you, Magdalene. I'm certain the mural will be beautiful. Poor Gret. Man, fucking Ulrich. I feel so bad about Ulrich still. too damn cold. Oh, good, you made it, Magda. I was getting worried you missed the procession. Wouldn't miss the Perchtenlauf for the world. The costumes are just too wonderful to miss, aren't they? I remember the masks scared me when I was little. Shh, it's starting. Oh, Artemis looks so lovely. I'd love to be the bright saint when you're leading off all the demons into the woods. It's the only type of boys that'll follow you, Artemis. Oh. Paulo, stop that! No, that's gross. Don't say that to your sister. Ugh, sorry, Mom. This is another situation where there are masked. This happened on St. John's Eve too, did it not? Named after the Germanic god Perchta. Perchten are supernatural creatures similar to devils who follow Perchta in the wild hunt. Christina, see the Perchten? So scary. I don't like it. Aw. Little Andreas. Andreas, you're alright. They're only costumes. Big masks that our neighbors are wearing, remember? Ugh, it's so cold. Magdalene, would you want to be the bright saint or one of the Perchten? I enjoy watching. Really? You're normally so outgoing. I guess watching is a better view, though. It doesn't seem fair Artemis gets to be the bright saint since her dad's on the town council. You'll get your chance. Don't worry. Passing's done the Perchtenlauf as long as I can remember. Everyone in town's been a part of the procession before. Well, except for you young ones yet. Wish my dad could be here. You'll see next year, surely. You could go home and describe it all to him. Beautiful as ever. Goddamn long as ever. Well, at least we're gonna eat after this. I would love to eat after this. I was expecting an incident. Oh, hey, Mags. Magda, whatever, Mags, you made it. I was worried for a minute you'd skip out on the fun. Merry Christmas, Mags. Merry Christmas, Otts. Look, about to say the special batch of beer, and I heard you made cookies, too. Alexander and Kaz look like they're gonna play something, too. Oh, I hope they play Christ Born on Christmas Day. That's my favorite. Which one is that? Utz. We sing it every year. We sing all of them every year, Mags. I can't keep them straight. Ahem. Hey! Everyone listen up! Jorg would like to speak. Let Jorg speak. Thank you, Veronica. On behalf of the town council, I wanted to thank everyone for coming tonight. Speech! Speech! I'll get into that! This year has been tough on all of us. Is there anybody missing from this picture? I don't know. We've had more snowfall than anyone can remember, and the early frost gave us a small harvest. Folk haven't come through the passes often. Nico, you've been short of customers, and we've all missed the trade. Alexander and Kazmir's, you've been kept from your journey. Nicely, this has kept you from returning home. And I know we've all felt the lack of Klaus in town. He's been bedridden these past few months. And yet, the Lord has blessed us each with each other. And yet, the Lord has blessed us with each other, cheerful guests and good company. Cheers. Amen. Yeah! That's right, that's the real meaning of Christmas. Even though this season has been rough, God knows we still have a lot to celebrate this Christmas. Endress, you made tools we couldn't have gone without. Just practice on my trade. Dr. Stolz, he kept us all in good humors. A proof of my experience, Jorg, in such cruel weather. This was from the town council, not to it. Keep listening, come on. Magdalene, you've painted the mural for us. Why be snippy about it? It's Christmas! Come on! Thank you for entrusting me with this task. I've done my best to honor our history. Alexander and Casimirs, you've spread good cheer in the early winter nights. Our pleasure, truly. And especially tonight, I think we should thank Baltas for making such a wonderful beer for all of us to enjoy. No, please. Natsu helped tremendously. It's thanks to him, really. Oh, well, grazie. He really is an Olive Garden. And thanks to our Lord, who has so graciously provided for this feast. Thanks to his deep pockets. Casimirs and I shall play later in the evening, so please come with us. Please come to us with songs, if you have one in mind. Sing the Shepherd's Bubba, let's have a dance, cheers! But, well, that's it, everyone. If I may, Big Yorg, I'd like to bless this great feast our Lord has provided us. Of course, Father. Today we have come together to celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Just as our Lord provided for us this meal, so did Christ provide us with the bread of life. So please, join me in prayer. Bless us, O Lord, these thy gifts which we are about to receive. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Now please, everyone, I know Baltas made a fine beer, but remember that temperance is a virtue. Celebrate the Christ child as though his manger was here with us. Wasn't the whole point that there wasn't any room in the inns? It's really reaching this year, isn't he? Merry Christmas, everyone! Finally, let's eat. Galactic Amigo, yeah. I think so. Where did Thomas scoot off to? You finally came over to say hello. Hello again, Otts. Hello, Magdalene. Happy Christmas, Eva. Till. Magdalene, how good to see ya. How's that mural coming along in the Wrath House? Almost finished it, I hear. That's right. Last I heard about it, you were still working on the middle section, the history of the saints, right? I may have told Mother Francesca I wanted to become a sister so I could see inside. Oh, Magdalene, you didn't! It's a good story. Wait, you don't really want to be a nun, though, do you? No, I'd rather keep working with my dad. Oh, right, the print shop. Have you thought about what you'll do after the mural's finished, Magdalene? Haven't given it much thought. Busy as it is. Uzumaki B, hello! Welcome! You managed this winter well, Magdalene. It's not easy to run a household alone. Before I married Till, I remember nursing Otts while balancing the accounts. I was worried we wouldn't make the winter, but Till was a good match. God bless your father's resourcefulness for teaching you how to take care of the shop. With the snow covering the paths, I've had more time to work on the mural recently. It's almost a relief. No, it's a mural. I can imagine. Anyway, Magdalene, what are you painting on the mural now? Thank you. Thank you. It's a good bit. It was a good bit. Thank you. I'm working on depicting the revolt, but I think I angered Agnes when I asked her about it. That's right, you were just a few years old then. God, has it been that long? Don't worry about Agnes. She acts cranky, but she's never truly upset with anyone. It took years for Tassing to recover after that night. Thank God we've come a long way since then. Otto would have been proud of what this town has accomplished. It's a shame he died without seeing what the town has become. It is. I pray St. Moritz has blessed him and... swallowing too much air. God has blessed him in heaven for all the work Otto did in his name. I'm sure the Lord has made a space for him, Eva. You know, Magdalene, I think of the especially proud of you for memorializing Tassing in the mural. You would be thrilled to think that you'd be part of the family, become part of the family. Are you proposing I marry your son? You're a capable young woman, Magdalene. Marriage is the next stage in life for you. We'll have to speak with Klaus, of course, but you and Otz are a good match. Stare awkwardly. Anyway, I don't mean to keep you chatting with us older folks. Have fun. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Eva. Till. I hope I'm home for Christmas this year again. I liked streaming all of Halo on Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mags. Merry Christmas, Magdalene. Enjoying the celebration? Who doesn't love an excuse to drink? Sometimes I think the church made so many feast days so we could drink a little more. Don't let Father Thomas hear you, Jorg. Father Thomas did conspicuously leave the scene. I'm just glad for the excuse to stay indoors all day. I swear the cold seeps into your bones. I can't remember a colder winter. The frost keeps edging around our windows at night. At least the hinges will last through the winter. Ugh, those damned hinges again! Anyway, like Jorg said earlier, it's nice to have a night of good company and cheer. Thank you for mentioning my father in your speech, Jorg. He'll be glad to know he was missed. Why be passive-aggressive to the man? He just wants to go to the woods and lift logs with his bros. You know? Why be mean? You're welcome, Magdalene. Klaus is a good man. We all miss him as part of the community. To be honest, I didn't expect to make a speech tonight. I just thought about what happened in town this year. Really? Werner kept insisting that someone make a speech. So Paul said I was the most charismatic of anyone on the council. That's definitely true. He said that I'd make the least amount of people angry over it. Balta said it was my charisma. Oh, that's... Smile awkwardly. He got used because he is a meathead, but he's a nice meathead, you know? To be honest, I never thought I'd be someone people in Tassing listened to. I've always been part of the town council. We didn't always have a council, though. It wasn't until the night of the revolt, really, that I felt like I could do things on my own, be my own man. I loved my father, but what he did... I thought it had doomed the town. A lot of terrible things happened all at once. No one could shoulder all the blame for themselves. No, but my dad chose violence. He chose to destroy the Abbey. I always went along with him because he was my dad. He had to be right. And night was the first time I thought any different. I learned that night that you can fight for something right and still choose the wrong way to do it. And I swore that I'd never let that happen again. The revolt broke down everything I thought I knew about Tassing, about myself. It made a lot of things better for Tassing. That makes me hopeful. What do you mean? Well, our new lord is strict, but he made a deal with us. The council let us govern ourselves. As much as I was grumbling earlier today, Jorg is right. Life changed in Tassing, and even though the first few years were hard, we're better for it now. No abbot looking down on us, making stupid laws as he sees fit. Our lord lives days away. As long as we pay our taxes, we're left alone. It's a better life for Artemis and Apollo than we had. I mean, without the revolt, you wouldn't be able to give the twins a better life. So even if you agreed with his actions, they made a better life for you. The real work happened in the days after the revolt. My father would have been put to death as a rebel and traitor if he survived. We worked hard to make sure the sacrifices of those who died wouldn't be in vain. I've done the best I can do right by the town. And Dad... Anyway, going for another pint. Anyone else? Another for me, Jorg. Magdalene? I'll get one myself, you know, later. Alright, we'll see you later then, Magdalene. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Oh, Magdalene, happy Christmas to ya. Oh, hey, Paul. Merry Christmas, you two. Ulrika, Andrea, say hello to Mistress Drucker. Hi. Oh, Andreas, don't be shy. You know Mistress Magdalene. Sorry, Magdalene. He's still a bit quiet. That's alright. It's a lot of commotion here tonight. I think Andreas is a little overwhelmed after the perched and lauf. Perch that used to scare me when I was little, too. Really? Of course, I hid behind my dad's legs for a long time. I couldn't even look at him. It's alright to be scared, Andreas. I learned that a long time ago. Still don't like him. I like him! Fuzzy heads! Or you can look at the mask later. How'd you like Jorg's speech, Magdalene? It's a good reminder of everything we still have. We all needed to hear it. For Paul putting him up to it at the last moment, it was well done. Well, Werner insisted someone on the council make a speech. I didn't particularly want it to be me. But Jorg did it justice. You can always count on him to speak from the heart, especially if you drink sin. Hell, me too! Truthfully, I think much of the town needed some encouragement tonight. Tassing hasn't had such a hard season since the revolt. I'm sorry, it's Christmas. We shouldn't speak at such sad times. I don't think anyone can avoid thinking about it. I can't. You may be right. The revolt left a scar running through Tassing even after all these years. Although, there's an old Latin proverb my dad used to say to me. Ignis aurum pro something fire life. Fire is the test of gold, misery is the proof of strong— Wait, hang on, let me try that again. Fire is the test of gold, misery is the proof of strong men. There's no question, the revolt left Tassing worse off, but seeing the town now gives me hope. You're an artist, Magdalene. I think you can see it too. Things do seem a little brighter. Those miserable days gave us the resilience we needed to push ahead, to make things better. The next generation, like you or Jutta— Okay, Pat. And the twins, you saw what it was like to fight for ourselves. To stand up to tyranny, even at the cost of losing your homes and lives. To be honest, most nights I'm grateful for the revolt. Really? You wouldn't remember, but life was already terrible before that night. The revolt burned away the dead wood that had rotted Tassing for decades. God knows my father was an evil man. His death released me from years of fear. The revolt gave me the courage to face him, to become better than him. I think something of the same happened when the Abbey was destroyed. If things had gone on as the way they always did, I doubt we'd be having such a Christmas feast tonight. Cost was high, but it resulted in just as much joy as grief. Really hadn't thought about it that way. Because of the revolt, I can marry Paul, and we can supply grain to the peasants at a fair price. Our children would grow up without fear that ruled over my life as I got older. No moment in life is entirely good or bad, Magdalene. What matters more is how we choose to see it. I mean... On an objective perspective, we gotta lose hold on what perceived as good or bad.
Say, blood,
Shepherd, hello, thanks for the follow. How you doing? It's a wonderful way to look at it, Anna. Like, why give the nerd answer? It's a nice thing she said. Well, it's something I learned from one of Father Thomas's sermons. I took it to heart when my father died. Don't forget to take some time to have fun tonight, alright? Want another cookie? Shh, don't yell, sweetheart. Oh. Excuse us, Magdalene. It seems we have some cookies to fetch. Of course. Merry Christmas to all of you. Merry Christmas, Magdalene. Gotta talk to the nerd table. Merry Christmas, Magdalene. A festive Christmas to you, my dear lady. God, what a dork. Merry Christmas to you all. How are you enjoying the feast? A stirring speech by Big Jorg. His wonderful voice is perfect for speeches. I don't think he likes giving them. Shame. We were just discussing the history of Christmas, Magdalene. It's most intriguing. Oh, do continue. Tell me more. It's the most sacred season. Without Jesus, how could we be brought out of sin? As Malachi said, Jesus is the sun of righteousness, a symbol for the dawn of a new era. The sun. The Romans also celebrated a sun god, Sol Invictus, right around this very time of year. Emperor Aurelian even founded an imperial cult in which Sol played a prominent role in their Mithraic mysteries. What is a Mithraic mystery? It's nonsense! Jesus is not some sort of pagan sun god. As St. Augustine said, it is the most fitting time to celebrate the nativity of Christ. He who bent low and lifted us up chose the shortest day, yet the one whence light begins to increase. That is pretty great. What are your thoughts? I find the practical matters of it most enlightening. Christmas is the last feast before the cold of deep winter. Our lives are so dependent on the progress of seasons. Cattle are slaughtered to lower the cost of feeding them. We indulge in their sacrificial meat before the months of starvation. So they keep us alive. Just so. In Genoa, we remember the Roman roots of Christmas, Saturnalia as it was called, the winter solstice. Many of the traditions and rituals are borrowed from the Romans. Rome may have had the first celebration, but the Arian heresy soon thereafter was a severe misstep. Heard very little about whatever the hell this is. It was a doctrine that stated Jesus, the Son, was distinct from God, the Father. Oh. No, it's Trinitarianism, it's back! Arius argued that they are not the same in essence. They are not the same in essence, co-equal and co-eternal. Your fortunate Emperor Constantine put an end to this grievous error. Oh. We are fortunate Charlemagne was crowned on Christmas Day, else his popularity may have not recovered. Ever so grim. Lighten your mind, Werner. I'd rather enjoy your Christ Kindle, the gift bringer, a most joyous idea. So talk about changing the date of the gift giving. Yeah, why not? Luther drivel. Ultimately, however true the various elements of Christmas, it is good because it unites the community. That's why we're here, to feast and be merry. And partake in the most splendid beer that's ever been brewed. Salutations to you, my friend Baltus. It's truly excellent. It's the most palatable. That's a very strong, About this game, I see. Interesting. You're all too kind. There's plenty to improve. I'll help you hone the formula. How about you, Magdalene? Gladly. Sure. We shall see when the new year comes. I may need some assistance. What a profitable company we would be. You intend to stay in Tassing even after the snow's melted? I'm in no rush. The bank can survive for a moment without me. With my friend Baltus here, maybe less so. Done very well so far, thank you. It's a season for giving, is it not? Won't you be in trouble for delaying your return even further? trouble? What does a tiny bit of trouble matter to Naizu Augustini? Becoming stuck in tasking is surely an act of God. I cannot control the weather. I am where I'm meant to be. Aren't we all? Say, Alexander and Casimir's play such delightful song. Perhaps a dance later, hmm? We'll see. Until later. Oh, here we go. The real oldies. Merry Christmas, everyone. Are you enjoying the feast? Utterly delightful. A hearty meal, a mug of Baltus' latest brew, everything a soul could wish for. It's everything your ample belly could wish for. God. I'm as God made me in his infinite wisdom. I can see you're all in a great mood. Impossible not to be when I look at all the families gathered here tonight. The laughter of children running around. The love of the brings the community together. We're blessed. This is a bummer of a question that I want to ask. Isn't it solely pretense? We come to celebrate Christ today, only return to bickering tomorrow? We're but mere mortals, imperfect in our ways. As long as you have moments such as this, to realize that we matter to each other. Good answer. Good answer. For the four of us! Oh, whatever that is, Polish. Sure. Salute! I'm happy, so happy I married you, Andres. Cute. The day I was inspired to come find you in Innsbruck was the most important day in my life. Ah, love at long last. We know the feeling, don't we, Waslav? The path before us was filled with thorns and thistles, but we endured. Make sure to prepare for that, Magdalene. There will always be some thorns on the path. I'll do what I can. You'll do fine. You're strong and stubborn, just like your mother. Never knew her. She was gifted, pragmatic, outspoken. Her spirit lives on in you. I hope so. Well, I'll let you continue with the celebrations. Stay safe, dear. Make the most of this night. You've earned it. Bless you, Magdalene. Enjoy the feast. God bless you. There is a lot of, things that matter as they are more than how it should be. Or was, even. Themes going on here, I think. Mrs. Magdalene, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, Alexander. Merry Christmas, Kazimirs. Enjoying the night? Very much so. The cookies especially. I haven't had such a wonderful gingerbread in ages. We were just setting up to perform. Do you have a particular song in mind you want us to play? Between the two of us, we know all the Christmas songs between here and Spain. How about From Heaven Above to Earth I Come? The one written by Martin Luther? Oh shit. I didn't mean to pick a Lutheran one. Oops. Sure we ought to? Maybe you're right. What about Be Welcome to Us, Lord Christ? Classic. We know that one well. Once Kaz and I play what we prepared, we'll be sure to play that one. Merry Christmas, everyone! This is Christmas. Casimir and I want to share a special song with all of you in the spirit of giving. Please, enjoy. Yay! I would love to know what the lyrics were. I'm sure someone wrote them down, right? Feel of a good lute. Liar. I don't know the difference. I don't think I'll ever know the difference. So that's okay. Man, This definitely feels like the last thing before like the climax and ending, for sure. Bravo! Well done! Another! It's simply wonderful. Thank you, truly! Please, return to your drinks. We'll be playing all night. Happy Christmas. Sorry to bother you during the feast. Oh, hello, Jorg. Do you need something? Well, all the chatter around the revolt earlier had me thinking. You're nearly done with the mural, aren't you? The last time you talked with the council, you said you were working on the final portion, painting the revolt. I don't mean to nag during the feast, though. That's Veronica's job. Great bet. I should have it done soon. I've been listening to people around talk about the revolt, so I can get a better idea of how to paint it. Everyone has a different idea of how that night happened. But I think I finally settled on how I want to depict it. Yeah? Either 1 or 3. Wanna honor what the peasants stood for. Show Otto giving a speech. The aftermath of the revolt, and paint the ruined abbey surrounded by everyone who died and their families. I don't know if that's a good idea. The mural was meant to honor Tassing, not stir up grief. Maybe Klaus was the better pick to paint the mural after all. I don't think it'll stir up grief. I think it's good. Anyway, I'll get out of your way. You've got better things to do. I think Otz is looking for you too. I'm certain he is. I think I'll go home for the night. I've had enough of Otz's flirting. I should check in on my dad. Tell him hello from all of us, alright? I will. Good night, Jorg. Good night, Mac. "11 p.m. I can feel it. Yeah, no, the end is extremely close. A little sad I couldn't talk to Smoky Nun. Finally! Shit! God bless you and Merry Christmas, Magdalene. Merry Christmas, Sister Amelie. Were we bothering you with the noise next door? No, not at all. Hearing people celebrating Christ's birth brings me great joy. Christmas should be a heartening time of year for us all. I enjoyed seeing everyone feeling better about the future, especially after all of Tassing has endured. The people here have suffered greatly, but we must always find hope in the midst of despair. It's fitting to celebrate Christ's birth on days with so little light and warmth. You know, I never really got that symbolism, but that does make sense. That makes perfect sense. It's very poetic. People need Christmas in the depth of winter to remind them that spring will return. We'll have a chance to live again. Magdalene, who is that? Beard? Beard? But wait! Excuse me, Sister Amelie. I need to check on my father. Of course. God bless you. Thank you, Sister. Wait, was that Klaus? Door's open. No. He was in... Dad? Did he, like, finish the fucking job? Was that Smokey that whole time? No way! No way! Oh, man. Oh, Oh, okay, thank God. Magdalene, is that you? What's the matter? Someone was standing near the house. The door was open. I was afraid something might have happened to you. Sorry, I didn't hear. I've been asleep most of the day. Most of the evening, too. I'm worried about you, Mag. You're worried about me? You're working too hard. I know taking care of me takes up so much of your time. And I know how hard you've been working on the mural. I wanted it to finish before Christmas. I know. Damn near impossible task given the size of that wrath house. Well, maybe if you just did one wall. I'm not gonna make it. It's alright. This is life. I'm glad I'm going before you, even if it's sooner than either of us would like. I've already seen too much death in my time. I just wanted to show you what I could do. I wanted you to be proud of me. No, don't say these... Have been every day of life. You never needed to prove anything to me. I wish I could say to see the mural when you finish it, but I don't need to. Be more beautiful than anything these old hands have ever made. Say that. It's true, though. I mean, I got along alright. But I always knew you'd surpass me before long. You already see things that I never could. See things and make them real. I'm trying. You're doing it. Whether I die tonight or tomorrow or the next day, I'm not gonna be here much longer. One morning you're gonna wake up and you'll have to do things for yourself. Love things for yourself. Oh, why you gotta talk like this? Ah. You have to share it with the world. Love's the only reason to do things in this life. Oh yeah, no, I've been got severely, actually. Too much. Could you bring me something to eat? Oh god, he's gonna be dead by the time I get back, I can tell! Can't believe nobody brought me a cookie! I'll go get some soup. Hang on, I'm gonna mute and blow my nose. You don't need to hear me blow my nose. Okay. Slightly better, but not really. Ugh. Klaus. I'm sorry, Klaus. About everything. You're here. Whoa. Wait. What? I think so. These days I feel like my mind's been cracking apart. Sometimes I'm not sure where I am. Is this really Andreas? I've been trying to keep Magdalene safe. I'm trying to figure this out this whole time. After the fire, it's all I could think about. Oh my fucking god. That and them. They've never left me. Oh god, he's talking about they're all still there, all in the dance of death. The Baron, Piero, Bernick, Anna, Peter, Otto, Casper. Guess. Oh. And now you. Dad? God, it's you! Who are you? What are you doing to my father? It's alright, it's alright. I'm sorry, I've forgotten my manners after all these years. And you've likely forgotten my face, or what it once was. Magdalene, this is Andreas Mailer. Back from the dead. The earliest memory I have is of you running into a burning library. Sorry. I don't understand. No one could have survived that. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. I don't understand, Andreas. Where have you been all these years? Hiding from... in the ruins, mostly. Sometimes in the woods when it was warm. Stealing bread from Gret, stealing books from you. Oh, so I wasn't going crazy. It was the only thing that kept my mind from forgetting what words are. Did you survive the fire? With some difficulty. I grabbed as many books as I could and placed them in the scriptorium. When the smoke got too thick, I started to black out. The next thing I remember was Casper pulling me into the crypt. Your apprentice? The boy? You sent him back to Salzburg. He waited in the woods and watched what was happening. When he saw me in the window of the library, he ran through the crypt to save me. Did. But he saw I was trying to save the books and... he went back in. I couldn't stop him. I was barely conscious. He never came back out, Klaus. Oh. When I woke up, everyone was dead or gone. I couldn't face any of you. I couldn't go back to Sabine, that empty house. So I hid. You painted over the Dance of Death in the Abbey. It turns out I did have a reason to keep painting. I'm sorry if I scared you. No one's come to the Abbey for years. I thought I was safe. I was afraid to talk to you, afraid to talk to anyone. Did you leave us those notes, the ones with the purple writing? Ah. No, those were written by a different occult hand. One that does not want you to finish your mural. One that has killed and may kill again to stop you from telling Tassing's history. Tassing's history? Why? Because Tassing's real history is at odds with the story we've all been told. It's been covered bit by bit, layer by layer, until it can no longer be seen. But it's still here. It's always been here, hidden beneath our feet. And it's still protected, haunted by the specter of death that has hung over this place for generations. Red Puller. Red Puller beneath our feet? What are you talking about? The person who attacked your father is the same person who manipulated someone into killing Otto Zimmerman. And Lorenz Rothvogel. Yes, and they travel through the Roman aqueduct that connects Tassing and Curacao. It's a network of tunnels I've become quite familiar with. And I've seen the ghost that haunts them. I could squeeze through the tiniest opening. I've seen it bend itself in half to reach places I could never follow. I travel along every inch of the aqueduct in the old city, but there's one place I've never found. The lair where the thread puller retreats to, the ancient Roman temple that is determined to hide from view. The Mithraeum? You found it? No, but I mapped out a darkness between the collapsed tunnels, and I believed I know how to get there. Come with me. I'll show you. Dad? He's a good man, Magdalene. You'll be safe with him. Will you be all right? protect my daughter, Andreas. With my life, Klaus, I promise. Let's find the Mithraeum. Bathhouse, what are we doing here? When the men dug the foundation, they found Roman ruins had been buried over time. Lucky never wasted a stone, so he used the Roman wall as one of the cellars. There's a way inside. To the hidden place. You alright? Alright, into the Rothskeller. This is awesome. This is so good! Honestly, I would have happily accepted Andreas being dead, but this is... oh, okay. Wall's different, does that mean it's the place? Oh no, I mean... it's two-sided, new and old. This was above ground once. It carried water. Look. I think I can make it out. Cornelius, today, and 6th Mithraeum? Cornelius went to the baths today and achieved the 6th step in the Mithraeum. You see? No, I must certainly do not see Andreas. Well, here. Morning would be nice. Oh, sorry. I'm not used to being around people. Me neither, Andreas. This is the aqueduct. Aqueduct carries waters to the baths, so you think this will take us to the Mithraeum? Exactly! You seem quite confident. We know it exists. I know where it is not. I believe this is the only place it could be. It must be near the baths. You believe it? Yes! Alright. After you, please. This is so exactly what I wanted, and also I'm happy they make it clear that Andreas has been working on this whole time. Part of the tunnels collapsed. We're not getting to Mithraeum this way. I think... yes, Casper and I found a collapsed section of the aqueduct near town. We didn't find out what was on the other side. I wouldn't let him explore it. I should have taken more care with him. Can't do anything about that now. Yeah, of course. He has. He's been spending years thinking about it. Oh. The decorations must have been the baths. Doesn't look like there's a way through. Silt. All the floods kept carrying it down here. Hundreds of years of floods. What if we can't get through? What if it's buried forever? It's too early to get this discouraged. Let's keep looking. More stairs down? Would something be below the baths? A hypocaust. They use warm air to heat the rooms above. Roman colonies in the north often had them. Let's hope those haven't been filled with silt as well. You know where we're going? These pillars just kind of go on in all directions. Andreas, could you look that way? I think we're gonna try exploring ahead. Of course. Oh, okay. Sure. Shadow Otaku 98, hello! How could you abandon your work, Andreas? I thought you were a true artist, a master of your craft, but all you created was misery. The only thing more pitiful than watching you work in that scriptorium was your love of that dying art. Thought you'd understood what I was forced to do. Your callousness killed us all. Master, why did you send me back into the flames? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, good. No, this isn't right. I can't be here right now. How did I get here? Andreas, you're still here. Yes, for a little longer. You're leaving? I'm the last vestige of reason that once ruled this court. When it goes, I'll go with it. But who'll rule the city if you leave? No one. You must leave this place forever, Andreas. You must abandon it for good. But how? What can I do? I don't even know how I got here. This was once a place of refuge for you, Andreas. It's become a prison constructed to protect yourself. From what? From pain, from risk, from life itself. But I can't stay here. I have to help Magdalene. How do I get out? Andreas, you are the architect. I'll help you the best I can, but you're the only one who can answer that. Labyrinth. Show me Labyrinth. Yes! Fine. Okay, good. Thank God. This is exactly what I wanted. I was hoping it was gonna... the Labyrinth motif would come back. Thank God. Hello, Andreas. Is that you, Sabine? Of course. I'm still here. Part of me will always be here with you. We haven't talked in so long. Why? You reminded me of August. It wasn't all bad, Andreas. We lost him, but we had 4 years together. They were happy years, weren't they? Hard to remember. This great black pain blots out all of the joy. I know. It was hard for both of us. I don't blame you for anything. You should stop blaming yourself. It may be too late for us, but it's not too late for you, Andreas. It's not too late for Magdalene. Yes, Magdalene. I have to help her. You can, Andreas, but you have to leave this place behind for good. I know. I can. I will. Thank you, Sabine. Will I ever see you again? Not in this place. But maybe someday, in a better place. In a better dream. This is so... Jesus. Oh... Casper! Master Andreas! Oh. Casper. It's really you. It's good to see you again, Master. How can you say that? You died because of me. I just wanted to help you, Master Andreas. You couldn't think straight. You shouldn't blame yourself anymore. I let my family down. I let you down. I couldn't stop Peter. Couldn't save Tassing. I couldn't even save more than a couple armfuls of books. You did what you could. Everyone knows you did. That's all any of us can do. Alright. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Wait, what happened? This was the way out. Where I started talking to Casper. I know this is the way out. Your mind is fighting itself, Andreas. It remembers the pain of life. It's trying to protect you from it. Beatrice. Yes? I thought you were gone. You brought me back. So what do I do now? Keep going. Oh, so good. They're gonna bring back they're gonna bring back Prester John, I assume. So good. Hmm? Oh, there we go. I'm an idiot. Oh no. You too? It's been so many nights, so many years without seeing your face. I thought I'd forgotten it. I know there's nothing I could have done. I knew you were still here, though. Quietly waiting for me. Can't change the past, can't cover it up. It's always there under the surface, no matter how I try to bury it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It's alright. What? It's alright, Dad. It is? You don't have to hide here anymore. What about you and Casper and your mother? We're not really here. There are people who need you. What if I can't help them? I don't know. Too little. I think you have to figure that out on your own. You're right. Thank you. I love you, Daddy. No! Ah! Night, August. No! They shifted again, the walls. It's still trying to protect you. No. It's not? No, I mean, no, I don't have to do this. This is my mind, my maze, and I'm leaving. Good. But this next part might be confusing. What? I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Why are you holding the veins? Two things merging in your mind. You and, I mean, Barry. There are layers to everything, even our, oh. I gotta wipe my gun. Over time, the foundations become buried. You can no longer recall how we got there, no longer recall what came before. And what came before? Our Lady watching over the labyrinth as I watch over you. And even this has roots that reach deep into the past. There wasn't always a lady to watch over the labyrinth. There was a labyrinth. Don't understand. Sister Amelie. Is this real? Am I still in my mind? You were here with me. And we are here in spirit. Are we still in the ruins? We are in the tabernacle, the heart of the labyrinth. Your spirit was wandering and the Lord brought you here. I don't understand. How did you leave your cell? I have not. We're here only in spirit, Andreas. Am I having a vision? I know it's confusing. I'm not even sure of my own visions. But if you're here with me, it is the will of the Lord. Andreas, Sister Amelie? What are you doing here, sister? This is the center of the labyrinth, the tabernacle. It's where the Lord sends my spirit to do his will. He's also guided your spirits here. There must be a purpose to it. This isn't my spirit. I walked here through the aqueduct. You're confused, Magdalene. It's understandable. My own visions have perplexed me for all of my life. Even though this seems strange, even though it is a place of spirit, it is very real. The Lord has called me to this place for many years. He's always made his will known to me. Soon, he will make it known to you. Sister, how does your spirit come to this place? Through the door between life and death. When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my... I understand. This is literal. They are literally here. Here the Lord tells me what messages I must bear, and to whom. How? It was almost impossible for us to reach this place. She did say she was digging her own grave in her cell near the very beginning of the game. I used to think my affliction, my pain, was a curse. I now know that it was a gift from God. Shit. A gift that allows me to bend my body as I bend my soul to his will. There is no place in Tassing or Curacao he cannot reach through me. I thought I'd given up the pen forever, until the visions returned. Was Thomas. It was Thomas all along! No! When the fire took my abbey, I couldn't save my sisters, not one. All I could grab was a single book and a bolt of purple ink cloth. I couldn't understand why God had spared me alone. But he showed me. God had a higher purpose for me, for my hand. Father Thomas explained it to me. He makes everything clear. He tells me what I must do, what the Lord wills me to do. Was you the whole time you wrote the notes? I found one by my dad when he was attacked. Sister Amelie, you pushed those people into committing murder. No, it can't be true. The Lord would not use me for such a purpose. Calm yourself and figure this out. Doesn't make any sense. Why would Amelie want anyone dead? No, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. There was nothing in his messages about murder. No, I'm not here. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Okay. All right. How did you get down here? Tassing's an old place. It's buried in many ancient roads and tunnels over the centuries. People walk above the hidden ways every day without knowing it. Though in truth it was Sister Amelie who rediscovered them first and found this place. Father Thomas, did you... In other circumstances, I'd be overjoyed to see you, Andreas. In truth, I'm still happy you're alive, thank God. Or I'm happy you're still alive, thank God. I think the occasion of this reunion leaves little to rejoice about. You knew about this place? Yes, knowing about this place, the Mithraeum, is why I did all of this. I had to keep it hidden. And I did until now. Why? Look around you. What do you see? Roman ruins. Look closer. It looks like the statue of Saint Moritz from the meadow. And the images of Saint Sasha from the shrine. Don't understand. It is Saint Moritz and Saint Sasha and Mars and Diana. It sounds almost heretical, Father Thomas. And you've almost come to the heart of the problem. When the Romans left Tassing, their buildings, their temples, their statues remained. Christians settled here centuries later. They found time-worn fragments of that imperial grasp. The statue of Mars Pater, once watched over the Roman fields, stood here still, headless and nameless. Oh shit, that was the head of St. Moritz! That's what it is, right? That's what it was. The settlers believed it was St. Moritz, who was already a legend where they had come from. Oh, that's what Otto found! That's why he had to get rid of Otto. When they found the shrines to Castella and not understanding she was an aspect of Diana, wait, let me try that. They found shrines to Castella and not understanding she was an aspect of Diana, believed she was another local saint. So people turned them into saints. Sanctity and sainthood exist outside of what people believe, Magdalene. People cannot turn someone into a saint any more than they can unmake the divinity of Christ. But they knew of the saints and learned the local legends of the region and applied them to the figures they found here. No one knew they were Roman gods because there was no account of what the Romans did and left here. Except for the Historia Tassi. The Historia Tassi was not known then. Perhaps it had not been written then. Who knows how long that book had been lost before it made its way to Father Matthias? And you killed him for it. Yes, with poison. No one suspected. This would be quite subtle. His death was unexpected, and it was the only person he confided in what he'd read in the Historia Tassi. When Father Matthias learned that there was no evidence that St. Moritz had ever come to Tassing, that the shrine to him in the meadow was a statue of Mars and the Romans had erected hundreds of years ago, that St. Moritz was the Roman goddess Diana, or that St. Castella was the Roman goddess Diana, he resolved to deal with it. And he resolved to deal with him. Andreas, our people believe in St. Moritz. They believe in the miracles God has worked through his hand. And they believe in the legend of St. Castella, that she helped Moritz and watches over Tassing still. What does it matter if they were wrong, if the saints weren't here? Then what does that mean for the hand of St. Moritz? What does it mean for the people who prayed to him, to St. Castella, and believed their prayers were answered? What does it mean for the church that has given people hope, fixed like a false star in a dark sky? If the people have reason to doubt the validity of the saints, can they doubt the church? Can they doubt the gospel, the word of God? People must have suspected something odd over the years. Perhaps some would, but we've always told us that we have to accept Christ for our own free will. We must have suspected something odd. Suspicion is not proof, especially when no one really wants to know the truth. People have faith in spite of doubt. That is why I've worked to preserve the legends of our saints. Preserving a lie? I preserved a lie to illuminate greater truth. God so loved the world that he gave his only son. If you believe this, if you truly believe this, eternal life is yours. And saints have walked among us, and their relics work miracles, and they hear our prayers and answer them. And the two that protect the town were never here. You don't need to know that, Andreas! There are times when God feels so far away from us in these mountains. But a peasant in Tassing can stand in a field, look over our valley and say, St. Moritz was here. God was with us, and he is with us still, and he will be with us always. And that is the truth, even if the legend of St. Moritz is a lie. Think that justifies all of this? In the end, no, but at each step, I thought it was right. I was wrong. I know this is hard to believe, but I was just trying to save lives, to prevent death. One murder didn't solve the problem, did it? Because one day, Baron Rothvogel rode into town with another copy of the History Tassi, a copy he promised to give to the abbot so Kirsau could come to terms with its past. And Father Gannot read its contents. And if Father Gannot read its contents, he would be facing the same danger you saw in Father Matthias. In retrospect, given how Father Gannot chose to run the abbeys, my fears may have been unfounded. That sentiment didn't prevent you from doing it again. You're right, it didn't. But then why Otto? Certainly he didn't have anything to do with the Historia Tassi. He couldn't even read. In the end, his murder provoked Peter and the others into destroying the abbey. I never thought that would happen. I underestimated Peter's anger and the peasants' frustration. So you killed him to prevent an uprising, but it caused it instead? Someone else killed him. Someone else killed Baron Rothvogel. And it was to prevent an uprising, but to stop him from showing people what he found. What he found when he was helping dig the foundations of the Rathaus! The wall of the aqueduct? No, everyone knows about the old aqueducts. That wouldn't cause alarm. What he found was a stone head. The missing head of the statue in the meadow. The statue at the shrine of St. Moritz. I didn't wind up over there. The most likely culprits are rain, floods, and time. Black Till told me the farmers find old tools and pottery in the fields every year. Yes, and this head remained hidden for centuries. It sat in the soil until Otto found it. And he was going to show everyone that God had favored this town with his discovery. What Otto could not know is the truth. The shrine statue was not What Otto could not know is that our shrine statue was not a St. Moritz. Because Otto could not read the words chiseled on the helmet, Mars Pater. The man he entrusted with this information, the town priest, could. And you told him to meet you on St. John's Eve at the Rathaus. I could not let him destroy our town's beliefs. You had poor Sister Amelie write down what you told her revisions she couldn't remember, and deliver them in the dead of night to Guy, to Hannah, to Martin. So that one of them would murder Otto, just as someone murdered Lorenz. Not my father. I'm sorry, Magdalene. Why did you do it? Is it because of the mural? Oh, yes. Okay, just straight up say it, okay? Klaus pursued the project with the determination of a guilty man doing penance. He kept digging and digging for answers about Tassing's past, Kirsau's past. I was afraid that sooner or later he'd find out about Moritz, Seisha, this place, everything. I warned him. First with the note, but he ignored it. I thought if I ransacked the workshop, it'd scare him off. I didn't expect him to come down so quickly. It was just an accident. What do you do now? Kill me? Kill Magdalene? No, of course not. I have neither the means nor will to do so. Even if I can't stop you from telling people what I've done, I can stop them from finding this place. What are you doing? Burying the past. Shit. Even if it destroys the church above us, I'll make sure no one ever sees this place. Father, you're gonna kill us all! You're gonna kill Amelie! Then leave and take her with you. You can tell the townsfolk what you want, but if you stay here, we'll die together. This is suicide! I believe it's an act of faith. And if it's not, I'm prepared to answer for it. Father! Go! You alright? I think so. You know, how's Sister Amelie? She's still out, but I think she's fine. They must have heard that at the Golden Hand. The entire church collapsing? I'd hope so! What are we gonna tell them? What do you mean? About this. About everything. Why wouldn't we just tell them the truth? For the same reason Father Thomas hid it. Please explain your thinking. I'm just not sure it makes sense. What good will it do to tell everyone about St. Moritz and St. Stacia? Maybe Father Thomas was right about that, if nothing else. Maybe it would break their faith. I think these people have enough faith to hear the truth. You know them better than I do. Isha Lord, hello, by the way. Especially since I've been away for so long. I thought understanding this would feel better. You found out who did all of this, who attacked my dad. It's not like we can bring anyone back. We can't undo any of the hurt that he caused. Father Thomas won't be able to hurt anyone else. He never would have. I think you're right. We should tell them. About the saints, the Romans, all of it. Hate doing the right thing feels so awful. I'm sorry. I am too, but I still think it's what we need to do. We'll tell them. We should get Sister Amelie somewhere warm. We could take her to my house. Probably still have some explaining to do. A lot, I think. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad he didn't die in that fire. I am too. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Ah, good. That's good. I like that a lot. Oh. Magdalene, you made it back. Do you think I wouldn't? Well, I heard such a terrible din and the house shook. I feared the worst. Is everything all right? I don't think so, Dad, but it would be. It will be. You all right? I'm sorry. Just tired. Sit by me. Tell me what happened. I think Andreas might still be a little crazy, Dad. Pretty sure he sees things sometimes. So we went into the aqueduct. The section we found must have been closed off for centuries. We found an old Roman bathhouse. We couldn't go through, so we found our way down to a level under the baths. I think Andreas said it was a hypocaust. I got separated from Andreas. I was really afraid I'd lost him, that we'd both gotten lost down there. But then I heard his voice off in the distance, and I was so really... Still listening? It's moments like these I'm thankful this game doesn't have a ton of music. You know what I mean? What? Huh? Huh? Whoa, what? That's a time skip for an epilogue. Huh? No, it's hard. I mean, I can only imagine how hard it is. But we'll do our best to make you feel welcome when you get here. It's strange to think this will probably be the last letter I send you. We'll end it with my love. Esther. Magdalene. Yes. I'm sorry to disturb you, but I wanted to let you know that everything is in order. Baltus has assured that all of the financial matters will be handled. The money will be forwarded to you via the Reichspost as soon as everything is settled. I appreciate it. Thank him for me. Thank him for everything. Of course. I didn't know your father well, but I know that he was well regarded by everyone who spoke of him. It seems that Tassing has lost many things in one man. Very sorry. Good fortune to you. Are you sure you have everything you need, Magdalene? We'll see. I know I'm ready to go. You can't leave without this. It's chamomile, cinnamon, and wheat flour. You're traveling and you're having cramps. I know. I'll use it. Well, Hildegard's recipe called for chamomile and wheat flour. I added the cinnamon for taste. It's perfect. It's excellent. I'm so sorry about what happened to your father. Mother Francisca had us all say prayers for him. And for you as well, and she heard you were leaving. Is she afraid of him to become a Hussite? No, I think she's sad you decided not to join us. We'll miss you so much, Magdalene. I'll miss you too. God bless you. Safe travels. Magdalene, I can't believe you're really leaving. I'll miss you all dearly. The boys will miss you even more. Boys at least. Oh, don't tease him. I think he's having a hard time of it despite appearances. I'll go easy on him. It's kind of you. Appreciate it. Safe travels and God bless you. Yeah, I can't say like I wasn't looking at Thomas, but you know. Oh, hey Mags. Otto. I'm really sorry about your dad. He was always nice to me. My mom says he was a good man. He was a good dad. Well, I should get going. Mags! Magdalene. Sure you don't want to marry me? It's a little late for that, don't you think? I just didn't want to spend the rest of my life wondering if I should have asked. You know? Look after your mother, Otts. Elias? Good morning, Mistress Drucker. Are you off soon? Yes, Father. Just saying my last few farewells. Of course. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to know you or your father. God rest his soul. I am too. Don't let those bohemians put any heretical ideas in your head. Once their pernicious seeds take root, they can choke the faith right out of you. St. Moritz will protect me. Indeed! Though you travel far from home, he'll hear your prayers wherever you go. Perfect. God bless you, Father Elias. God bless you in your travels. God bless you as well, Sister Amelie. Are you leaving today? I am. Just heading up to the mill in a bit. So sorry for everything that happened. That was winter. It's spring now. True. We all must try to live again. Thank you for helping me. Do you know what you do now when you become an Incris again? I don't know, honestly. Father Elias is trying to help me, but I need to learn to rely on my own judgment a little more. It's gonna take a long time to atone for my part in what happened. Perhaps the rest of my life. He didn't mean to do harm. He does, but harm was done. I'm writing an account of what happened here. As well as I can remember it anyway. If it's not enough to earn forgiveness, I pray that it'll at least illuminate the history of great darkness. This history of great darkness. Good. It's worth remembering. God bless you, Sister Amelie. God bless you and keep you safe on your travels. Oh, thank God I get to do the talk to everyone one last time bit. I wish you'd stay with us. Little Andreas and Ulrika will miss you greatly. I'll miss them too. Passing's not a place for me. It's past time to leave. You'll find your happiness out there yet, somewhere beyond the hills and valleys. I know it in my heart. God looks after you, as he does for us all. That's my hope. Hope is what drives us forward. Maybe one day you'll come to visit us again with your own family in tow. I'll make sure to send you a letter ahead of time. Of course, do write. I sometimes still think of all the lives and places out there. When I was younger, I often dreamed of traveling, visiting the many kingdoms. But I found my peace, here and now, in Tassing, even after all that's happened. Your husband? Yeah, he was an awful man. I think it was his fault. Agnes always said that. It was his fault. But then later, he gifted me Paul. At least I got Paul. The two of us survived those frightening times. When Paul and Anna first found each other, after all we had suffered, it was like a miracle. My little darlings, without them I never had little Andreas and Ulrika. I'm rambling. Stay safe on the road, Magdalene, dear. We're still in dangerous times. Godspeed, Mag. Shorn Andreas. Are you sure I look alright? Of course, Andreas, you look perfectly respectable. You're a little worse for wear, but a good sight better than you were. It was kind of the women to help clean me up. I'm afraid I'd forgotten how to look after myself. Some would say you took care of yourself quite admirably. How many men here could have survived in a burned out cellar for the better part of 20 years? Subsisting on our own discarded rye, no less. Sorry about that. We already told you, it's all right now. Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. You off soon? I'm riding with your flower to Mittenwald and then down the Isar. Where's Mittenwald? A small municipality known for its transalpine routes between Augsburg, Innsbruck, and Milan. Massive amounts of coin and trade pass through Mittenwald each year. Sorry to see you go, Magdalene. But I hope Prague is everything you've dreamed of. If it's half the city Esther describes, I'm sure I'll love it. No, Andreas is staying. I'm happy that he's staying. You have a chance to make a life of your own there. God knows I've squandered so much of mine. Use the time you have and use it well. I will. I don't know how, but I will. I wish he could have seen it, Andreas. I know. He would have loved it. I hope so. I know so. now I know you're just trying to make me feel better. He was always proud of you, and he would be still. Magdalene, I wanted to ask you something about the mural before you go. Hmm? I thought it was supposed to cover the whole wall. Why'd you leave a section blank? I already know where this is going. For the future. Unless history is gonna stop in Tassing the moment I roll down the road. I think your wagon's about to leave. Oh, this. It hardly feels like enough time. Thank you for everything you did for me, for my family. God bless you, Andreas Mueller. Andreas? You alright? I'm lost. It's alright. You're welcome to stay with us as long as you need. Besides, you can't leave yet. The children require your expertise. Oh? They're up on the mill, the walkway. Have supper ready when you're done. Just remember that you're always welcome in our home, Andreas. Too good! Oh, what a good ending! God! Yeah, it's been Magdalene's paintings the whole time, right? Oh, awesome. Perfect. Perfect ending. Actually. Whoa! Oh! Ugh. Shit. game. Dude, what a game. Shit. Ugh. Fantastic. Like, actually. Holy shit. Dude. What a fucking video game. There's gonna be nothing else like this ever again, is there? Why would there be? Fuck. Ugh. Incredible. Actually, fucking incredible. What a video game. It is 2:30 in the morning. If I don't go lie down soon, I might die. I am exhausted. I didn't think Act 3 would be this long. They should let this guy, you should just do this more. Really. You know what? Joru was here earlier. We're gonna read Joru. I'm so exhausted. I'm gonna be thinking about this forever. Tomorrow, No Man's Sky. I've never played it. This is gonna be like the exact opposite experience-wise, but that's okay. You're not really here. I see you Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5:30 p.m. West Coast time at 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, 10 p.m. Newfoundland time, and 63 Swatch Internet time beats. If you're interested, here's the Discord. Here are my socials. I need to get out of here. I'm gonna like collapse. Like actually, I like wiped out. I cried too much. That's so fucking good. Christ, man. Video fucking games, right? Karuna. Start raid. I don't know what she's doing. Oh, she's you know what? She's playing something bafflingly European, so I'll be perfect. Perfect! Okay. I will see you guys later. Like, you know, see you tomorrow for No Man's Sky. Like, bye! Bye, bye, bye. Mwah.